convention game like that. We can make it out of a little pub.
Okay, so... And hey, convention games where you don't leave the pub can still be fun.
Great fun.
And we sort of... well, I was 12 years old when they did that, so it wasn't like I had a lot of experience running games. And they were all murder hobos at the time. Okay, so we are up to session number 104, or season 5, episode 31. Yes, that is 31 sessions at level 5. So far, that's the most sessions you've had at one level. But I'm sure we'll beat that next level.
Or we'll have 3 sessions.
No, we'll have new characters by then, according to Martin.
Well, I always say be ready for your next character because you never know when it happens. Though you always have the choice of coming back if you're willing to make a deal with the devil.
Literally.
Or
it's a donkey, I'm going with donkey. Okay?
Yes, but hey, if you're still willing to make the deals, things will happen.
Well, that's right. We're hanging you for waffles now, so... I didn't even got that jet one. Yeah, okay. I've got a SAG note from somebody online. Yeah, there. Yeah.
Okay, so at the table today we have Peter.
Greetings. I'm playing Lord Willy Won Kenobi. Currently feeling fairly positive about the way things are going. Yeah.
Always willing to make a deal with the devil because, hey, isn't that part of your family life?
No. I don't know what you're talking about. There's this weird guy, Hank, who keeps coming around and offering me stuff. I don't know what he's all about, but, you know.
Well, there's also kitties.
Yeah, the kitties. But yeah, he owns cats, so he must be a pretty tip-top guy. I can trust him, I'm sure.
Except for that one...
Yeah.
Except for that one time you couldn't sarcasm for quite a while.
Oh, I'm sure that was there to teach me
humility
something.
or something.
I don't know.
That there were words other than sarcasm?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that does make Willy more sulky.
Whoa. It led to him making those squeaky noises all the time. You know?
Exactly, more sulky. You sound like one of the puppies.
Next at the table we have today is Jeremy, who's slightly off camera.
Good evening all. Yes, I'm playing Cordar, the elven, half-human, would-be hero of Sandpoint. Currently feeling somewhat less positive at the present time. Maybe because he's unconscious.
Yeah.
Okay, online today we have Josh.
Hello, I'm Josh. I play Harry Potter, the buffest wizard known to man. Sorry, there's not much gusto in there because I'm not feeling overly well. But yes, so Harry Potter is the frontline wizard that does brilliant life choices every single session.
What could go wrong?
Well,
what could possibly
obviously
go wrong?
nothing's gone wrong because he's still alive. So therefore, brilliant life choices.
I'm still standing.
Has Parry actually had to make a deal for God? I don't think so.
No, Parry is, I'm pretty sure, one of the few party members that has never had to say hi.
I believe Cordar is amongst them as well.
Cordar's the other one. Yeah,
the
it's a party of two.
Cordar did have to basically venerate the goddess of the moon for quite a while, over a month, to regain his elfdom. So he did lose. Part of him did die off for a while, but it grew back.
Okay, I was half dead. And in many ways, from Cordar's perspective, it was the important half.
Is it just me or do you like playing pretty boy elf or half elf?
Most of his other characters haven't been elves. It's just currently, I think the only time he's got an elf is the D&D, the Pathfinder game, isn't it? Because you're human in nearly all the other ones.
Certainly I'm human quite commonly because I like to have the skills and the feats involved. I'm sure I played elves in the past, but I can't think exactly on the top of my head of the. Like certainly Gordar was a half elf.
Yeah.
From whom Gordar was based, but and Sandrew was elvish. He was full elf. So, but yes,
It is what it is. Next online we have is M.
Hello, I played Doomsday, all flex one arm. Literally.
Flex all arm.
Flex only
Sorry?
arm.
Only arm.
Flex only arm, yeah. A nickname that I know aptly match that I gained in I was gonna say
It
real
was a
core,
prophetic.
that's not
It was a prophetic
right.
nickname.
There's always one statement: be careful what you wish for in a D&D or Pathfinder game. You never know who's listening.
I have Puppy and Giant who are not doing great. Puppy's back is broken. Giant is missing a foot.
But Giant is still taller than the other
Puppy is
puppy.
missing an ear and yes. So I have some work to do to get them back in fighting shape. Yeah.
I'm sure you can buy some of those little add-ons. So give the puppy a cybernetic claw.
Yeah. Just take it to a blacksmith.
And then get an alchemist involved, so every now and then puppy can leave the claw behind and make them go boom.
And then you come forward. Yeah.
Hey, we've got a friendly alchemist at the moment.
No one
Or at
else.
least friendly to some.
And lastly on line tonight we have is Mark.
Hello, I play Sparky the Dwarf Rogue, also follower of the Great Donkey, which is FOGD as an acronym. So that's me. I'm going to make some pancakes here and waffles. Okay.
Does this mean you're now going to sing along as we go?
I may have a website up with the most popular donkey sayings of all time, but I may or may not on that. We'll have to see how it goes like this. I promise to make this night good.
And now you have hair back. Well, at least you have a ponytail sticking out the top of your head.
Oh, I'm so happy now. Happy little dwarf. And donkey friend.
Well, it's amazing what happens when you make a deal with the devil.
I'm happy. I see no problem with this so far.
And look, already you are serving your new master quite well, having almost killed Doomsday in the process.
I think my version of it's different than yours. I will go with that, okay?
Well, you tried to help, but the dice were trying to kill Doomsday.
Well, the randomness happens in the world, that's all I'm going to say.
Which means I'm sure somewhere on the ether, your new master went and changed the dice outcome for you.
If the Great Donkey decides to do what the Great Donkey wants to do, the Great Donkey does it, okay?
That will work well with me.
Yeah.
Okay, so does anyone want to do the recap for last session?
Well, it started with Doomsday having knocked on the door through to the strength challenge after we'd completed the brain challenge. We went for the brawn challenge as well because we didn't have any other way to actually go out at that present time. So it actually started technically after we'd done that. Doomsday then challenged and brought in the power of Gorham to give the opponents a bit of a boost because, hey, they weren't going to be good enough otherwise.
Yes.
And we then spent basically the entire session fighting the challenge of brawn, which turned out to be an endurance challenge. So technically, we didn't actually complete the battles. We were killing everything. We completed the battle by surviving long enough.
Yes.
Most of you did anyway.
After facing multiple sin spawn, and which I think Cordar might have been the only one that actually recognised as something that had come across before. And then
I'm sure they were just vampires.
And then with a few spiders of unusual size, and then one of even more unusual size towards the end there. So,
Many-legged aberrations.
that's right. And yes, overall, people went up and down a bit during the combat. It was probably a good thing that someone had made friends or accepted that alchemist's attention, because his healing bombs were certainly advantageous.
Very useful.
Let me heal you. Smash.
But yes, other than that, we finally the bell rang just as people were starting to think, how much more? we might be able to start. The battle was just starting to turn, and we we're just dealing with the many-legged aberrations, and then the bell rang, and they all disappeared.
And then you wandered back out of it to the room with the pool. I believe that was where you were planning on going, but I thought I would leave you with the damage you had in the previous session.
I was going to say, yeah, Corda didn't wander back out to the pool.
Mm-hmm.
He might have been carried out to the pool. Or dragged. Or just left behind.
No.
But you left him behind last time.
Well, yeah, no, I didn't. I'll just point that out. I didn't.
Well, it wasn't my fault that Corda wasn't catching up to us, so I believe that's Corda issue.
Right, no, actually, it was a good thing you left Corda behind, because he was able to hold back the two other demons that, while the rest of the party couldn't deal with one, or barely dealt with one.
It could have been planned by the Great Donkey. That's what I
So, you left Corda behind to protect the rear, and it was important that it was done so.
Oh no, they didn't leave him behind. They took him with them. They even tied him up to the end of the party.
That's true, yes.
And then they wondered why there was a problem trying to go up the stairs.
Why Corda was even more of a dead weight than normal.
And how come he was able to drag the puppies away as well?
Yes.
But yes, so
I reckon
you had to confirm current status of damage.
conspiracy theory of how puppies and Corda don't get along, so it's definitely not a Sparky issue now. So.
Well, hey, the Quarter and the puppies get along better than Sparky and the puppies do.
Oh, well, Sparky's just picking on little dwarfs. That's what they are from the.
Well, no. So Corda and the puppies, it's a case of Corda ignores them, they ignore Porter.
Sparky's got a new pet to look after now anyway.
Although technically, Corda's the one that did the veterinary service to actually save at least one of the puppies after you come back.
So next time the puppies decide to have a go at Sparky, go ahead.
We'll just be back in a few minutes. Mia's woken up, and she wants both of us.
Okie dokie.
She's
Get back when you can.
because she's not feeling well. So, we'll let you know when we're back.
Okay, so you've dragged everyone out into the other room simply because you didn't want to stay there long enough in case the door shut and you triggered another challenge.
It reset.
Good idea.
Which it may do if someone goes, "I'll explore." Door shuts. Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom scene occurs where it's like, "Not again."
The gate in the pool hasn't opened, or doesn't appear to have opened?
It does not appear to have opened, but no one with a runic item has stepped in. So currently Parry has one. Who grabbed the other one again?
The runic item.
Yeah, the reward at the end.
The reward for winning the challenge.
Yep.
So, the
Doing a combat challenge as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because the sphere or something I think it was.
Because it was a shard in the wizard one, or the magic one.
It was basically a disc with fire opals on it.
That's right.
And a abyssal symbol.
It wasn't Sparky, I know that for a fact. So, and I wasn't called out because Cordar's.
I can confidently say Cordar didn't grab it.
If it matters, I'll have picked it up.
Presumably, Dooza would be the obvious.
I think it was
candidate
Dooza
to
who picked it up.
Okay.
So court claim victory. Yes, justice arm.
I believe it was discussed because Dooza had called Gorham out on it and all, and you thought you would give the cursed item to the accursed caller.
Happy with that. Happy with that.
Okay. So yes, you do now have 2 of these items, having completed the Acolyte ordeal and the Warrior ordeal, well, the Champion ordeal. Champion sounds so much better than Foot Soldier Minion.
Mid shield.
Brainborn.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that there are different levels of Champion. Yes, you are my champion. They're all my champion. Everyone's my champion.
Yeah, I'm not fussy. I'll claim them.
Okay, so what is the number of the room? It's always good when you go, I remember exactly what I'm supposed to be looking at, I just don't remember which number it is. Okay, so you're back in the room with a pool of clear crystal water that fills the half of the room, flanked by a pair of 5-foot wide walkways that lead to iron slabs in the wall, which are the ones that you activated to open.
Yep.
Between the slabs, a carving of an archway made of lines of script adorn the wall just above the water's edge. And at this point, it would be a good point for people to wake up Quarter, because Quarter is currently unconscious.
I have absolutely no ability to heal anybody.
You mean you can't punch someone awake?
No. Wake up! Slap! Slap!
I rub my little dwarf hands together going, time to heal Corda. Now, has he been healed by me recently? Or?
It would have been more than 10 minutes ago.
Okay, cool. Okay, well, I'm just going to go for normal 15 heal, so.
I'm going to meditate.
I just got to plus 13, I think. Plus 12, so.
Which means the lowest you can roll is a 13, downgraded.
Do you want? Have you got your dice?
So you can still get a critical from.
I've got a 16, so you got 2d8. You can roll those dice if you want, because I have my d8s out. Okay. Okay. Come on, Corda.
Thank you.
Corda is now on 5 out of 66.
I just, slap his face a couple times to make sure he's awake. So, yeah. Little sparky slaps which wouldn't cause any sort of impact because I'm doing it as non-lethal. So.
Oh.
Corda, come back to us. We need you.
Step away from the light.
There's your look on how people are there because they dropped everyone into the map. They're sort of looking all weird. Well, it's got drag lines across Sparky.
Okay. Well,
I'm special. Yeah.
I would say when Corda wakes up and works out the fact that, hey, we still haven't got an obvious portal or anything like getting out ways or things like that, I would suggest that perhaps we want to take a good long rest, since no one's really rested properly for at least 24 hours.
I'm happy to continue if people want
But
to rest.
well, but the point, I'm looking at the fact that obviously Corda is very injured, Nexar is very injured, Willie is...
Tis but a flesh wound.
but wounded.
I've had worse.
And as far as we know, we've got nowhere to go right now. Which also means no one can come to us.
Well, isn't there still the option of going up the tower?
No, because the door's shut behind you.
Admittedly, yeah, Cordell wasn't there for the tower, so
Yeah. No,
but my thought was the fact that, yeah, seemingly,
well,
unless we were going to go all the way back to where we came in from the gate, I don't remember if there was any other...
The doors closed, though, didn't they?
Well, in this, I'm not remembering whether or not there's actually any way back at the moment. So,
No,
potentially...
Take that step, didn't I?
Potentially, it's take a good long rest, allow Parry, as the arcane expert, to study these runes around the door, around this portal. Because didn't say there was sort of like an archway of runes between the two.
Between the two portals you went through, there's an archway of runes at the end of the big pool of water that separates them.
And so,
much like the pool of water you stepped in last time.
So looking at this archway of runes, would that be potentially somewhat similar to the apparent gateway we came through initially?
It looks the same, except it's not. No one's activated it.
Exactly. I mean, like,
and it doesn't seem to be malfunctioning, which is also a good thing.
It appears that it could be a portal, but it's got to be activated. Like, we haven't been able to activate it so far.
And most people who activate them might not know how to deactivate, even if they use it.
That's right. Well, I know how to activate it. You put an arrow through it.
But yeah, I mean, let's rest.
But yeah, as I say, like, it's something that, well, and particularly also the fact that Doomsday and Cordar, despite being severely wounded, are also still suffering effects from having a bit of blood loss from those mosquitoes.
Because they've not actually rested. Means I need to look up the mosquito.
But yes, we...
I was gonna say, aren't I
Remembering they're actually a fairly specific mosquito.
Not 6 and 4.
It's a fairly safe place to rest as
That's
well.
what I'm looking at, in the sense that, like...
Yeah. Okay. Sounds good.
Aren't I,
I mean, unless of
not
course...
sickened, I'm drained.
You're
4.
drained too.
You're drained.
Right,
You're drained too now because once the combat finished, the draining in the combat was removed.
Yeah. So you're only down.
Oh, right, okay,
you're only
so
down 10 hit points at the moment from your 10 hit points from your maximum.
I was. Yeah. But I was still hurt at the end of the last session.
Oh yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
You only have 4 hit points.
That's right. You're almost dead.
The number of hit points there is accurate from last session. I recorded it well.
Yes. Yeah. Technically, Corda has more hit points than you now after having gone up from 0.
Yes.
And it's not like he had a good roll on 2d8.
So on drained 2, you should have 73 maximum. M. Hello.
You might have to duck away, but maybe there's something ducked away.
Okay.
So, but either way, obviously it doesn't matter too much what the maximum is right now, because hopefully there will be 5 more if we have a rescue in the morning.
Okay,
but
so...
then, I mean, unless of course someone can look at those wounds and work out how to activate them immediately, but even so, I would still be tempted to leave it alone until we've had a good rest.
Yes.
Okay, so as everyone rests up, what is Cordar's constitution bonus?
Normally +2.
And I don't think...
But currently, because he's drained, it would be only +1.
So that means he gets back 5 hit points from a long rest?
Well, yes, except that he probably doesn't actually wake up. Because technically that puts him at the 4th day.
No, he gets to then make a saving throw.
Well, that's right, he gets to make a saving throw, but considering how he goes to saving throw, I'm expecting he's not going to wake up.
He's only been on, I think he's on stage 2 at the moment, so there's still stage 3 and stage 4 before you're unconscious.
What are you suffering from?
Septic malaria.
And that's considered to be...
Well,
Lethal.
technically, we don't know that yet. We don't know it yet. And Cordar's private opinion is the fact that she's got a bout of malaria. It's normal malaria because he's got swamp law. You know, he knows malaria.
Yep.
Takes weeks to become a problem.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Septic malaria is actually the case. He's going to be dead in 2 days.
Oh,
Bring
five days at the quickest.
I thought it was 4 days for death.
5 days.
Oh, no,
at
next
the
day.
quickest.
First day, then 2 days of nauseated.
So does that mean you're
I should
looking
say.
like shit?
1 day of unconscious.
Well, you got one day before the first roll.
Yep.
Then after the first day, you're sickened. After the second day, you're drained and sickened. After the third day, you have no change.
That's
On the
right, still
fourth
drained and
day,
sickened.
you're unconscious. So it's 6 days from being bitten is the quickest you can go unless you get a critical failure.
Yeah.
So on a critical failure.
Sorry, Martin, we'll be back again.
Okay.
Sorry, we'll be away again. Mia's just been a small sick. So we just need to change bed sheets and stuff.
Understand. Go do what you need to do.
But I mean, because my understanding is we spent about 36 hours unknown. Therefore, I say he went in effectively at the beginning of, like he was drained. He was already drained. He then came out of the unconsciousness.
And he was drained
Sickened.
too, and then drained, sickened one.
So,
And so you're at stage 2. So now you're
but then I
rolling
thought,
to
okay,
stage
but
3.
now if I have another rest, okay, yeah. So you'll still be on day 3 officially.
Yeah.
Okay.
But this is the after every 8-hour thing, long rest, you get to make a save. That way, you're not trying to do it midday at some point.
Yeah. And 7 is not going to do it to me.
So 7 plus your fortitude. Because I need to know what level you get.
So how badly I fail is 7 plus fortitude would normally be 17, minus 2 for drain makes 15.
So you get a total of 15?
Yep.
Now, if you had gotten a total of 14, that would have been a critical failure. That's how close you were to a critical failure.
Absolutely.
So now you're up to stage 3 with no other symptoms.
Yep.
It stays the same.
So I'm still drained 2, sickened 1.
But you're now at stage 3, so if you critically fail the next roll, that is insta-death.
Yeah. So, and that puts my maximum.
So is there anything that indicates that he's not feeling particularly?
Well, when he wakes up and he's not recovered from the drain, that's probably the first time he realises
But
something
it's
else
also,
is wrong.
there's also the aspect that, he's not feeling well because he hasn't been able to eat or drink anything for the last 24, well, basically since we woke up from the portal.
Yep.
But he also hasn't necessarily been advertising the fact that he's been feeling poorly because he's been putting it down, A, to the fact that, too much blood loss from the thing, and, worst case, bout of malaria.
Keep getting my ass kicked.
It'll go through.
And he's been beaten up rather severely
That's
in
right.
this adventure to begin with.
And so, and obviously also, when he woke up from the portal and heard mutterings across from the other room about the idea of bloody people randomly threw the arrows into portals, it's all his fault. He hasn't necessarily been advertising any other concerns. So.
Okay, so...
But yes, he's probably a bit feverish if he was paid attention to
Then
it.
I check Willie, and what is Willie's constitution modifier?
4.
Okay, so you get back 20 hit points.
From a long rest. So
That's all right.
You get back
level
5
times-
level times constitution modifier.
Oh, really?
Yep, which is why he only got back 5.
Shit. Okay.
So that puts Willie on 70 out of 82 with just resting. I better put in the extras. So, wrong one. That's not actually a thingy.
In case it becomes something that needs to be done or known, I do have an elixir of anti-plague, if that is of any help.
It is.
Might do it, but does that work for diseases or is that poisons or?
No, I've got an anti-poison as well.
Yeah.
But anti-plague is obviously disease.
Yeah.
And it's
Okay, so
Unfortunately,
Willie can
it
do a
doesn't make-
medicine check if he wishes to,
for
identifying if someone is diseased.
Well, I think we've already talked about the fact that Willie doesn't actually have any medical skills. So
I mean, I get the normal. You get your level. And
you're a Pathfinder.
I'm just checking the
You're-
skills
you're
to see if you can
untrained.
actually
Yeah.
do it.
Okay, but if you're untrained, then probably not. Even though you get your level bonus for Pathfinder, you still count as untrained from the purposes of what things for medicine you can do. So, and yeah, I would think it would be more likely something that Sparky might pick up when trying to
I don't know. I mean, if you're sitting there and you've just woken up and you wake up and you're absolutely covered head to toe in sweat and you're shivering, I'd be going, "You're not looking real good there, buddy. Something's going on."
You can do
Start to look after you.
so. You can do a recall knowledge check on medicine. Let me just grab this and put it in here, and then grab this
The other
one.
problem, of course, is that I'm pretty certain anti-plague basically gives you an extra saving throw and
Okay.
a bonus on it.
So what is your medicine bonus? Because it's a
7.
secret roll, you don't actually get to see what you roll.
And considering how high the DC is for his saves at the moment, not much difference.
Every point.
Okay.
It's pretty good, actually.
Yeah, you're not picking up what's wrong with Quarter.
I'm absolutely not surprised.
Cordo is actively trying to hide his symptoms.
You're like a dog or a cat, you know. He's trying not. Yeah.
Hey,
Okay, so
Cordo's the big strong man that's leading type stuff.
then I move over to Sparky. What is Sparky's Constitution modifier?
Sparky's is. Hang on, check.
Oh well, no need. You're actually fully.
Okay, he's fully healed anyway.
Yeah, I thought you were tomorrow.
Okay, so what is your medicine?
Medicine 12, expert.
Okay, so that ends up being a. Looking at the DC. You identify that Corda is suffering from septic malaria, even though he's trying to hide it. You increase the DC based on him trying to, not show that he's sick.
And I would say it's probably hard to hide it from the person who's been bandaging him up. And so,
But he hadn't picked it up every other time
He wasn't so
because
much sick the first time around, but when he came bandaged in the morning.
Yeah.
you do know that he's quite advanced in it, and his next rest he may not wake up again. He's at the point of collapse.
I'm fine!
So the medical terms of the state is what you're saying. Okay, got it, yeah. Okay. Cool. That looks very bad, Cordo.
I'll be fine.
We need to get you to see somebody quickly, I think.
Might be a touch of malaria. You get that in the swamp.
A touch? That's more than a touch, buddy.
And you know it's a rather virulent disease because it normally kills people within 6 days of being affected, or 3 days if they're extremely unlucky.
Or even not that. actually.
We don't know what gives it off, or do I know like certain animals that would give it off on medicine? On the medicine?
Well, you do know those big mosquitoes that you wrestled with. Dooza may also be affected because both of them had the mosquitoes sticking out of them.
And obviously that's part of why Corda has been less concerned because, he took the blood. We haven't been feeling well since then. It's just a case of a bit of a drain, and technically Corda's, well, he would have been feeling a bit better this morning, but Dooza's feeling a little bit better this morning, hopefully.
You know you can write to me about these things because your mother wouldn't be very happy about this, or your auntie. So, okay, well, I better look over Doomsday now, so I'll do a similar check on Doomsday if that's okay, man. Secret check.
Okay.
See what stage he's up to.
Looking over Dooza, doesn't seem to have anything wrong with Dooza.
He's still a bit drained.
Dooza does still look a little anemic.
Okay. Let me know if you feel any under the weather, Dooza. Okay. Got to keep an eye on your corner, you know.
Okay, but okay, the really important thing, of course, is during that night, did Parry manage to translate any of the runes or things like that around the doorway?
We will find out when Parry and Doomsday manage
The whole,
to make
the
it
whole
back.
reason of having the rest stop was A, get the healing, but also try and work out where can we go from here. So,
Well, after I find out about Cordar's thing, I'll go over to Willie going, your wife's a bit of an expert in healing things, right?
I think back over my interactions with her, and she knows how to stitch up a injury or 12, yes.
Bandage a wound or something.
And has all these remedies that include sharp implements to get rid of almost any ailment.
Okay, yes.
Well, I explained what Dooz's got. What Cordar's got. I said, so something your wife is quite good skilled to clean up if we see her again?
Are you saying this week Cordar is actually, like, we're all in the same room, so you're saying this week Cordar can hear and discuss?
Well,
I'm
not like whispering it. I'm not saying it normally.
No, but I mean, whether or not he's trying to deliberately talk quietly to Willie, or whether he's happy to discuss it.
Yeah, we're over in the corner whispering and pointing at you.
Exactly. Yeah. You mean like when Cordar woke up?
I don't think I need to whisper anymore. So I just say, because you know what I've told you, and if I'll just say, look, we might need to give him some help when you get out of here. So
it's fine. Okay. Malaria, yeah, it's dangerous, but hey, it takes weeks to actually kill someone normally. So
he was saying it's the very nasty one.
It'll be fine.
It's a little bit quicker than your normal one. That's all.
But I suppose the other question is, having had, well, presumably we can have 10 hours rest or things like that. Are you happy also that Sparky can actually have been doing somewhat continuous healing on Cordar and Dooza, and to a lesser extent Willie?
I'll do that. I'll let Mark get back to confirm what we can do.
But I mean, the point is, we're stopping for 8 hours plus.
Yeah, because I can do everything.
He can do 6 heals in that per hour.
Yeah, because I've got the continuous recovery one.
That's right.
Where I can treat wounds every 10 minutes instead of an hour.
Yeah.
So to treat wounds, not for anything else. I could be completely exhausted after treating all you guys for the whole night. I could be like that. So.
Well, you wouldn't have to spend the whole night. As long as you spend enough time resting yourself, you're good.
Well, I mean, and it's basically, if you spend an hour on Cordar and an hour on Dooza,
yeah,
we're probably both going to be pretty much close to full. And then, yeah, as I say, if we're spending 10 hours here as opposed to 8, it's not like we know how long we're down here for anyway.
Yeah. I can do that. Do I have to roll for each of those, Martin, or how do you want to do it? So,
I'll let Sparky know about the elixir of anti-plague I've got on the off chance that it'll be useful.
That's kind of a knowledge roll, isn't it? That might be.
It shouldn't be an knowledge roll. You should simply know that you could literally
an expert in medicine.
Yeah.
You know exactly the effects of an anti-plague.
It would be a tool that you would use to save you having to bury him later.
Yeah, I made a promise to his auntie, so I've got to really keep him up. So I'm trying to keep him alive till she sees him, and then she can slap him silly. Okay. So. His auntie's quite a straightforward character. So.
Okay, so do you know what type of it? Is it the lesser?
I got it from the Pathfinders from the...
Most likely it's the lesser one.
You to lesser it.
Yep.
How long you had it for?
Fucking it forever.
Yeah, so you got it at a low level.
Yeah.
You'd be very unlikely to do anything more.
The next one is a level 6 item. So
you wouldn't have that at level 5.
No. Well, no.
Especially not something you had forever.
I think I picked it up when we were like second or third.
Yeah, that's right.
Like,
So it'll be a lesser.
now if you buy the 14th level one, you can immediately cure disease.
Yeah. So, it'll be a
So he
plus
gets an
2,
item
I think.
bonus to his disease rolls for the next 24 hours.
But I've just
But only
I've just had
applies to
I've
daily
just had this 24 hours, so who will be the next one?
So, are you going to give it to Quarter?
Except that it's got the problem that I can't take it.
I say, Claire, I'm going to mistake something to help you feel better.
You do realise it's a suppository as well as a by mouth.
Well, so if it works suppository, then that can be working. But I say, but don't actually say elixirs are items you drink. And
Well, drink it from one end, drink it from the other end. It's
because it's one of the disadvantages of the sick end is you can't even take a healing potion.
Okay, you're going to take this one the opposite way.
Well, they say, but whether it'll be effective that way.
I know, I'm going to do deception roll, and I can't do that myself. I'm just telling that we can each take this is going to help you out. So
Well,
take it.
Technically, you know that he will just throw it back up again and have no effect.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you do know that you're going to have to do a treat disease on him.
Ooh.
Well,
We're going to be spending 8 hours directly with him to cure him.
the other one you could try, depending upon how observant Sparky's been and Willie's been, and as we discussed, you've currently got an alchemist at the party who's been throwing around healing bombs. You could talk to the alchemist and find out whether or not he can convert the anti-plague into a bomb, which would then allow him to apply it.
throw it on people.
Basically, yeah, and that's literally what it is. It's the,
It's not
a bad
idea.
not my focus, rather than certain other questions.
have you been looking at alchemist to find a replacement character for Quarter?
Well, he says he could actually blow him up with fire. He can cure wounds with it. He can make him faster. He can make his skin harder to breach. He can make him invisible. He can make him resistant to energy types.
But he doesn't have the ability to modify the antitoxin.
He can make it so he can stick to walls. Or he can make it so he can vomit spiders out of his mouth.
Ooh, I treated on the last one, but no. Okay, well, thank you. We're not quite what we're looking for, but thank you for the options. So.
But yeah, as I said, from a player perspective, of course, the aspect that as much as it would be good to be able to drink it, the +2 probably wouldn't make the difference anyway. So it wouldn't hurt, but...
Whereas if Sparky's doing it and he gets a critical success, which seems unlikely, it'll be a +4 bonus. Otherwise, it's just a +2.
Yeah.
So even with Sparky helping, Corda may not survive the next roll.
Yeah. So, but okay. That's at least, I say, from Corda's perspective, that's got to be weeks away yet, because it's just malaria.
Didn't he overhear the others talk about how it's not?
Oh, yeah, but Corda knows swamps. He's a swamp lord.
Corda stubborn, okay? So, we did that a long time ago. So, the option of burning at the stake is still an option in Sparky's mind, in his market mind. So,
Hey, I'm sure the next character Jeremy brings in won't be as stubborn.
yeah, so we'll be healing both Doozer and Corda a little bit while we have a rest. How do I want to roll that? Because that'll be 10. I don't have the continuous recovery one, which means I can do it in 10 minutes at every hour.
Technically, you'll be doing that out of the 8 hours rest.
That's what I'm talking about. It's the sense that
Yeah.
I mean, and again, as I say, if we're resting here for 10 or 12 hours total, it's not like we've got a clock to know exactly how long we'll be down here or things like that. So, and as I said, Corda can open up his portable hole and pull out the rations and things like that. So it's not like we're starving. So,
Does that mean that you now have to make a roll to hand out rations?
if people are desperate, he's willing to do it. And
Well, I'll be the first one asking for rations, by the way.
so, and yes, I guess I'll make the roll.
Just remember I healed you. That's all I'm going to say out there.
Yeah, though it can drive him insane, you know that.
Oh, insane, dying, whatever. Yeah, we've been through a lot so far. Cordo's had a good run.
So, four on a D20 and then a 4 on a D4. So 4 points of wisdom.
Ow.
And then of course that depends whether you're allowing it to be a handing out rations as a bulk thing or whether it's handing out rations individually.
I'll say it as the bulk thing. You get out the container of rations, put it down, and just get hit by it.
or maybe it's the total of the bulk thing. Okay, so 4 wisdom. And that counts as damage. So, which may not be the same in the new version, but either way.
So it reduces your bonus by 4. Not the score.
Oh, okay.
Quite damaging.
Yep. So that makes wisdom down -3. So it's perfectly reasonable that he knows that it's just one area. He's not willing to listen to others. Actually, he's not wise enough to listen to others now.
Wisdom drops by 5.
-3.
Which I believe makes your giving people items even harder.
Absolutely, yep, because it's a will check. In fact, actually, that's...
So your scout seems to be less observant.
We're in a closed room.
There's not much to see right now.
That's fine.
Well, actually, yes, actually, if you hadn't realised you were sick before, when he starts handing out stuff, you think, "Hey, I'll walk on with you."
I will keep saying that your mother wouldn't improve you being nasty about this. I'm going to use the auntie line a lot with you to get a point across. But how do you want me to treat because it's like if I do an hour each person, Martin, that's 10 rolls each. Do you want to roll 10 rolls each, or how do you want to do it?
Well, the thing is,
6 rolls.
between each of them, they may not need as much, considering they get their constitution back.
Okay.
Though I don't think I don't know if the Buffers Wizard known to man actually has a constitution modifier.
Well, he's not very damaged though, is he? So.
He must do. He is the buffest person.
He's also says he's the bodybuilder of the group, even though he's got a strength of 0.
Same with me. I'm 0 as well. So. If I'm semi-buff, he must be super buff. So. I've got his face. I've got his chiseled body on my chest still to this day. So yeah.
Yes, and they call it a birthmark.
A birthmark.
Birthmark. Hey, a fan. One day he might sign for me. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah.
Well, hey, you did come out of his body at one stage.
It's true. That was a very wicked session. Yeah.
You had an intimate time.
Does that make Parry your
For a while,
mummy?
you were very close.
Yeah.
No. The donkey's first. Then it's Parry. No. Donkey, Sparky, Parry. That's how it works. Okay. There's a friendship there, but not as much as what with Donkey. So. And I still haven't released any knowledge of Donkey into the party so far. So.
It makes it hard that the two people who aren't here are the ones who have the key to get out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
interesting looking up the anti-plagues and how they're semi-useful. I only say semi because, to be honest, if you can't swallow...
Well, and to be fair, the way the game's written for Sickened, normally you can counteract the effect by just deliberately throwing up.
Yeah.
But that doesn't work when you're sickened, not because of ingested poison. And yeah, that's it. Like technically, the antitoxin is basically doing, or anti-plague is doing the same thing as what a competent healer would do when they're looking after you. So. Not making any comment on Sparky by talking about competent healer.
That's okay. Donkeys have good memories.
It's the fact that, like I said, from Cornak's perspective, Sparky is apparently a competent healer. Obviously, it gets a bit alarmist about some simple malaria, but...
Well, I'm a donkey and I'm not afraid to use it, by the way. So there's another Shrek reference, thank you. I'll see when I can get in one session.
Okay, so as soon as Doozer or Parry touches the water,
yep,
the portal behind shimmers into power.
Okay.
It required someone with the runestone to touch the water.
But does if the portal suddenly gets powered up, does it apparently go anywhere, or is it still a case of deciphering the runes as to determine how to control the Stargate? Finding the seventh, finding the home
seventh
chevron.
Okay, so what is Cordar's Arcana?
Brilliant. And not currently modified by his poor wisdom at this time. He gets +7 untrained.
Okay, looking at it, you're sure that you're the seventh Chevron.
That seems likely.
So what is Sparky's Arcana?
9 trained.
Okay, you believe that Cordar is high on something?
Yeah, Cordar might be delirious.
Yeah.
As most likely whoever created the portal controls where it goes.
Okay. I kind of wander over to Willie, whisper in his ear going, get the ropes ready for Cordar. He may need them.
And then Willie gets some flashbacks to some times with his wife.
Yeah,
and the ropes.
Right. Fortunately, Cordar's lost in perception. He doesn't notice people. They're talking about me.
Do I notice Willie kind of
point at him.
shiver a bit kind of thing? Do I notice that at all?
Do you notice?
Willie shiver a bit when I tell her we talk about...
He doesn't shiver, he's having a pleasant memory.
Oh.
Probably does come out as a shiver though.
I will smack him again. Not that kind of drying up, okay?
And Willie does have some hemp rope because of the extra grippiness and the texture. Because silk ropes just don't do the quite same thing.
Remember I was there that night in church. I never forget it, okay?
Well, hey, you got tied up too, I'm sure.
No, all the screams are from the other room. That's all I can remember hearing. So, yeah.
No, there was no other room. You got the full century experience.
I tried to...
You tried to put up mental walls, but they were transparent.
We didn't mind you watching.
I don't know you did. I was interested the first 10 minutes, and after that yell, I felt a bit kind of strange.
I'm starting to feel a little ill.
And Lady Kenobi is very good with her knots, so once you start watching, you're there till the duration.
Yeah, I do remember I didn't get much sleep that night either. So, yeah.
Which is why you moved up in her estimation. You were awake for the entire ordeal.
Yes. I said I owed her money to put them down. Yeah. Didn't want to give them the bad side. So. Happy life, as they say. And I can see how much Willie needed to make a happy wife, so I thought, yeah, how to do the right thing as a party, yeah. You know, look after your mates, so.
And hey, Willie had to get some of his tattoos done somehow.
Tattoos?
Well, hey, I'm sure tattoos through burn, carving, and other forms of tattooing used by various tribal peoples.
Now, as a character, I know about the donkey, but my player doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
So, after what I remember seeing and what I woke up to, can I just roll a silent religious check to see if I, or something that will know what the hell is this donkey? Because I don't quite know it just yet. So.
Okay, so as you're going, what's your religion bonus?
Plus 600.
Okay, looking at it, it's like, I haven't got a clue. Then your butt catches fire again, and you're reminded in the back of your head from a donkey-sounding voice going, you know who it is. I'm the one who kicked you in the butt, remember?
Oh.
You are the butt of my jokes.
Okay. No, won't forget now. Sorry about that.
I could say turn the other cheek and I'll give you another one.
No. I think you done a good job the first time. I think I understand why Miss thinking about things. Let's just let's keep on the good notes of things. So it's all in my mind. I'm saying this like mentally. So.
And you get
in your mind.
and you get some satisfaction from your new master going, good minion.
I do gold after he says that, but
Okay, he goes with you. That'll do, pig. That'll do.
yeah, I've got other things I'll leave for other sessions because I've got things. Do I call Mr. Donkey or Mr. Donkey? Things like that. Okay.
Okay, so yes, you've had a interesting morning, and you've noticed that both Parry and Dusa seem to be having fitful sleeps.
We need to get out of here.
What I didn't notice.
Find a town, find a healer.
Well, I guess, okay, assuming we do take the time to, like, the few hours type stuff, do you want to roll while they're not here? Do you want to roll for those healings, or are you happy that we can be effectively...
We'll worry about it later.
Close to maximum?
At this stage, they seem to be moving too much in their sleep.
Yeah, no, but I mean, like, the damage for Cordar and Dusa.
Mm-hmm.
Are you happy that Sparky can treat...
Well, Sparky can do Cordar at least.
Yeah, okay.
So, what is your
plus 12?
Plus 12. What did you roll? Are you going to do a basic healing, or are you going to do an advanced healing?
I'm basic because I don't trust my dice at the moment. So.
Well, what could be wrong with getting 25? I'm sure you can get that every time.
Well, it's only 20. Okay, you only got to get 8 or more.
50% chance at least.
Well, I've got the heal because I've got to fall on the dice again. So that's why I don't trust my going for advanced one. So.
Okay, so go on 2d8.
2d8, yeah.
Ooh, 10 this time.
I like that.
Yeah.
You've doubled your hit points.
Tripled them. Doubled the previous healing to get...
I mean, I think, did we go to master levels next level? I can't remember.
It is master next level.
No, well, master you can get at 7.
Well,
That's it,
the next upgrade is master.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
But
I'm more comfortable with doing heals after that at a high level once I've got master, but no, my dice rolls I get a lot of 1 and 2, so I'd rather be over the 15 before.
Because remember, you also gain a point in it with each level.
Yeah, no, because I thought that master would give me up to, I think, plus 16.
Lose that bit a bit.
Yeah. That's okay. As I said, I did medicine because I'm going to be the
Yep.
A half cleric, half rogue.
So are you trying another one after 10 minutes?
Yeah, okay. Well, okay. I'll try a different dice this time. The same number on a different dice. God, I hate my dice.
Hey, still succeeded.
14?
So 2d8 again. So
You're getting better.
16, so there you go. 2d8 again there, Jeremy.
Yep. You're doing better. I got 14 on the 2d8 that time.
Okay.
5, 10, and 14. So obviously this time it should be a critical, and I'll roll 16. From 48.
Okay, let's do a dice go in the section. I'll try the third dice I used at the D&D session the other day.
Look, I'm confident.
Okay. Here we go. I've got a 6. That's almost an upgrade, isn't it? No. That's 18, so that's 2d8 again. So.
I was overconfident. I got the extra 2d8 out, thinking, this time he's got to get a critical. Another 10.
So, I think I'll do that for the time being. Then I'll do.
So that was another 18.
Another 10.
Another 10. Okay, so that brings you up to 44, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So,
I can do Doomsday while we wait as well if you want.
Unfortunately, you can't.
so just because Ken's not around at the moment.
Oh no, not just that. He can't heal Doozer at all.
Oh yeah, you haven't got the ward medic yet, have you?
No. His patron will not allow it.
Oh.
That's cheating.
That's hilarious.
Oh, that's interesting.
I was going to wait until M was here before I dropped that one, but hey, you got something a bit early.
Well, no, I still think what that means is that at least once Sparky's got to try and automatically critically fail.
This means I don't have to heal the dogs anymore or do that, so it makes it easy for me.
Okay, you trying another heal?
So.
You trying another heal on quarter?
Yeah, why not? I'll see you better. I'll go with that dice. So.
This time for sure.
Oh my god, I got a 24 total.
24?
So that's still a single.
Well, it's just now that I'm going through the teens. That's all. I'm very happy with myself.
8. What did you roll to get a 24? I suppose a 12. So yeah, you've got almost a
12. Yeah, I went for normal 15.
You've got a
only 25 to
40%
get
chance of doing
so.
critical, and so far he hasn't yet after 3 rolls.
So that brings you
That's
up
all
to
right.
52.
Does that mean next time is the charm?
I haven't rolled that time, Joe.
I got 8 points on that one. So I can still take another heal, I think, another attempt.
This dice is going well. It's going to upgrade itself. So let's see how we go. Nah, yeah, you're normal heal again.
So that's 6 heals so far you've done to him.
I know.
And that was 7 points.
That's an hour, so that's no. I'll do that. That's enough, I think. I was only going to do an hour's worth of heals to
Yeah,
him.
no,
So.
that's right. So 6 attempts, you must get over 13 on D20 once.
Yeah.
Or 13 or more. Once.
I'm non-related Pathfinder thing. I went to a night restaurant last night for work, so it was across from Chairman Jip in Kingston.
Mm.
It was quarter.
So what are your points did Cordo end up on after that then?
I have him down as 57 out of 66.
61 because he went the extra drain 2 now. Because he failed his thing, so.
Oh, it didn't increase though.
57.
So you should
But so drain, but does the. Because I thought it was drain 1 on the first day and it became drain 2 on the second day? And when you got the nauseated, or the second? Or was it just you get the second, and then that stays the same for the 2 days?
technically, I think it should have been stage 3. Should have been an extra drained and an extra sickened.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
So that means yeah.
So yeah, so yeah.
sickened 2.
Drain 2, second 2. Yeah.
So that means you should be on 61.
Maximum of 61. Yeah.
Let's modify. No. Again, I keep trying to do the screen. Screen is not the character. Got to remember.
And I guess the other factor is that it doesn't necessarily come into the way the rules are written, but noting that it's now been probably at least 36 hours since he was able to keep down the liquid.
It should be
I'm
now
happy to go
on.
in feeble too as well. I'm happy to add it.
It's normally you get the next level of fatigue because
Okay.
it's fatigue instead of that.
Yep. Okay.
And I was going to get to that section of the book.
Because yes, I do figure that. Well, what is it normally? You can go 3 weeks without food, but only 3 days without water.
Yeah.
And I mean, I figure it's possibly somewhat combated by the fact that, well, I'm sure he can technically, at least, he's got water, he can at least sip and moisten mouth and things like that sort of stuff. So it's not necessarily absolutely no water involved. But yes, I do figure that, well, yes, it doesn't help the situation. He's not actually getting good recovery in the situation.
I was just seeing if we actually have a starvation check.
I think I did kind of look up at it one stage, thinking, I wonder how that affects. And
This would be where it is.
doing the internet search, there wasn't necessarily an obvious. They didn't necessarily have absolute rules that were clearly defined. I figure what kind of
Starvation and thirst. They actually have a section on it.
No, they do now. Great.
But it's only in the DMG, not the players.
Right.
Which is part of where the separation is.
Yeah.
Okay. Starvation and thirst. What is your constitution modifier?
Initially, like the normal standard is +2, but obviously drain 2 at the moment puts that down to effectively 0.
Okay, so it is 1 plus your modifier is days without water. So you're currently doing that without any thing, and after the same amount of time without food, takes 1 damage a day that can't be healed until it eats. So you'd be at 2 damage from starvation.
Okay,
That reduces your maximum hit points.
So I'm technically maximum of 59 at the moment. So I'm nearly at full.
So it's each day it reduces by 1, and well, actually, it puts you on full. Technically, you're on 50. Oh, okay.
I'm on 57, I think, after 59. So, I feel fine.
You look like shit.
Okay. Making notes down.
I'm winning on that status front. We were talking about collecting status this last session. I reckon I'm winning now.
So it's not fatigue; it's just starvation.
Yeah.
So you don't actually get fatigued when you starve, which is a nice thing to keep note of. And if you didn't have water, it would be every hour you don't have water after that many days you take damage.
Wow.
Lack of water is very punishing.
Absolutely. Well, and I mean, like this kid, I'm happy to with your decision either way on the fact that yes.
Well, you don't have to keep the water down. You just have to.
And I mean, that's just it. It's not like we're in the desert and he's got no water. It's just it's not staying inside the body. But I figure, yeah, take it in smaller sips. The body might absorb it desperately before it actually floats it back up again.
I remember getting horrible food poisoning in Thailand.
That seems quite reasonable, or
Every time I've been to Thailand, I got food poisoning at least once.
yeah.
But you're quite right. Like,
Okay, so they basically say that for a group of 5 characters,
worked quite well.
rest is 10 hours for a rest, with each character putting 2 hours in to provide Overwatch.
Mm-hmm.
Because you literally each have to have 8 hours in Pathfinder to be able to do this. If you've got a group of 2 characters, you have to take 16 hours to take a long rest.
Well, which is interesting in the sense that, because again, in D&D, and I actually thought it was early Pathfinder, was the fact that the 8 hours rest was not supposed to necessarily be 8 hours sleep. It could be you're on watch and on duty, as long as a fight doesn't happen, your time on watch still counts as resting, because you're sitting around not doing much.
But in Pathfinder, they literally state you need 8 hours of
effectively
sleep.
sleep.
It actually states sleep.
Yeah.
Do you want to have a quick look
Oh
at the
no,
changes?
I'm more than happy with that.
No, just
So,
because it's different to what I'm
absolutely.
used to.
And I guess that also then makes the even more advantage for those sorts of, like the characters that only need 4 hours sleep and type stuff. It becomes a bigger factor. Like that's a bigger
massive
improvement.
Yeah.
So compared to say before was so they're only sleeping for the 4 hours, but they're still getting the full time things like that. So.
Well, technically, 2 characters that sleep for 4 hours is the equivalent of saying we need 1 less character, or we've got 1 more character potentially for the purposes.
But of course, also for me, realistically, if you've got 5 characters, technically there should be 2 people on watch. You should be doing staggered watches throughout the night. Not at least 1 person on watch.
Yes.
Although, admittedly, it was one of the things I was thinking about, because I was thinking that this was the day I was unconsciousness. I was thinking, Corda volunteers to be on watch and then doesn't wake anybody up because he falls unconscious during the night.
We sort of wake up in the morning at some point going, oh, geez, I feel pretty good. That was a nice long rest. What the hell's going on?
Everyone wakes up going, we feel hungry.
Yeah.
Our stomach's grumbling, and look up going, why is there a strange smell?
Yeah.
And then they all blame Corda for falling asleep on watch and then find out, no, he didn't fall asleep, he fell dead.
Well, that's what I like about actually looking up the rules every now and then, because I don't memorise every edition.
Well, and that's just it. Except the different ones have different interpretations. So but yes, it does mean that with that ruling, yes, no double staggered pickets really in most parties.
If you want to do a double staggered, you need to have elves with the shorter rest.
Yeah.
That's the only way you can achieve the double staggered. Which means they're always pulling double duty. They're technically doing 6 hours of watch compared to the normal 2 hours.
Yeah. But
so checking in to see if our other stragglers have made it back. Okay, so it looks like we're going to have to move on without them.
well, I guess was Parry able to determine from a basic arcana check, can he activate the portal? And that's like doing there. And can he
I gave them a lot, don't I?
that's right. Like the reason that Cordar was suggesting that the runes around the outside of it potentially control the destination, because the other portal we came across was flickering through lots of different destinations, so presumably it's not only a single thing. So now someone suggested that it was only the owner, but Cordar might have been delirious.
So Parry,
the owner could do it.
Parry translate the runes and says that the destination is determined by the goddess of wrath.
That's bad.
Only the technically ruler of the mountain controls where the portal goes, or the spokesperson that's assigned by the goddess at the time.
But what's coming through, like I said, but the portal's not active at the moment, is it?
It is currently active because one of them touched the water.
Can we see something on the other
You
side?
cannot see anything on the other side. It's just a misty portal, very much like a Stargate in the sense of you don't know where you're going until you step through.
Because I said, Cordar might suggest the idea, well, if we damage it, then you can see what's on the other side as it fits through.
No, because then we get sucked through and people lose limbs and all kinds of bad things happen.
Cordar's not necessarily thinking entirely straight at the moment.
And Harry does pipe up saying, because the other portal was malfunctioning, sending anything through the portal activated a catastrophic failure of the portal which sucked people through it. And had the problem of not appearing correctly on the other side.
Not necessarily destination in one spot, yeah.
And so for SWAC it's like, no, don't shoot at the portal. Just in case.
That's right, Corda hasn't got his bow anymore.
This still doesn't stop him from swacking.
No, that guy did.
Well, I would suggest to Parry and to Corda that since they are the holders of the...
You mean Doozer?
Oh, sorry. Doozer.
Yep.
They're the holders of the items of wrath. That if they were to pick a place that we are to go to and concentrate on it as we pass through the portal, hopefully we would end up there.
You hear Parry laugh and go, sure.
There's no place like home. There's no place like home. There's
I
no
don't
place
like that you laughed about that statement.
Oh, don't worry. I'm sure you can mansplain how it works to me, he says.
It's a suggestion, especially based on what you just said.
I said, yes, we don't get to choose where it goes. The people who control the portals do. We get to activate the portals, not control them. Sort of like when you open a door, you can go to the other room, but where the person who puts the door into place has basically connected two rooms together. Someone has connected two rooms via this portal, and we don't get to choose where the other side goes.
Okay, so there's no multiple choice.
There is no multiple choice. Only if it's failing will it randomly flicker. That's a bad sign. If a portal's flickering, don't go there.
That's not how I took your statement to mean. But that's
yes,
fine.
but the whoever runs this complex may be able to change the destination.
Well,
Okay.
But we don't run the complex, and this token just is like a key to open the door, not move the door.
So becoming champions of the challenge did not
Provide some level of
control
control
the master
Yes,
complex.
we got one level of control. We got to open the door. Until we completed the challenge, that was denied us, and we were trapped. And if we never completed a test, we'd never get out. It's basically a do or die test.
Well, yeah, from Wrath I can understand that. Alright, well, I guess if we got no choice, we got no choice.
And we're all rested, and he sort of looks Doozer up and Corda up and down and goes, okay.
Yeah, you're like, we're like, oh god.
Well,
And-
You did not look good.
But Corda's also looking at Doozer and thinking, well, okay. Does it count as does Sparky attempt to heal Doozer, or does Donkey tell him beforehand that, nah, not going to work? Because I'm just thinking, if he attempted and it was counted as already a critical failure, that would probably be bad.
Well, technically, Doozer should get the rest first, and
True.
the hit points by level.
Yes.
Including having the
she'd
drain.
survive a critical failure.
And the draining should have disappeared
Yeah. So
because
that
of
would
overnight.
presumably she's got at least +4 or even +5 for Constitution.
That's what I'm thinking, yes.
So therefore she'd be at least 15 points back. So she can survive a critical failure
How
to
much
find
did-
out it's not going to work
How did you have +5?
for Constitution.
Yeah.
Well, she's got +5 strength like Corda. So
Could quite easily have boosted
whether
the second
whether
one.
she'd also have it in Constitution, I don't know. But the
Or at least +4.
okay, I would expect to be at least +4.
Because I thought +4 was the most you could have at this level.
No, +4 would be the most you can have at first level, but then at 5th level you got an extra 4 increases.
Yeah, and you need 2 to put it up 1.
No, because we're only doing we're doing any increase is a
Increase.
modifier,
Ah!
which is why Corda.
Otherwise, you have to keep track of partial things, and keeping track of partial things that do nothing seems to be a bit wasteful for me.
Of course, it has the disadvantage
Okay.
that when Corda took 4 points of wisdom damage, it was suddenly 4 modifiers, not just 2 modifiers.
Because there's no actual score. Everything affects the modifier, because the modifier is the score.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah.
That's why you can't boost above +5 at this stage. Because that's where it caps out.
Okay.
But also, that's like at 5th level, you've got no more than 5. You may not even have. In fact, actually, you wouldn't even have 2 skills. You could have 20, because you only get one attribute boost from class.
Mm-hmm.
So therefore, yeah. So it'd be a maximum +4 then, I think. So.
Unless that was the one Doozer picked to make max.
Well, no, but strength obviously to make max because she's a plus. I know she's a +5 strength. So, or he's +5 strength.
Partly to do with the arm wrestling and the arm snapping situations.
Yes.
But yeah, so it would mean that hey, yep, Doozer could probably survive a critical failure once. To then be then Donkey can tell Sparky. Computer says no. Or more importantly, I say no. Donkey says no. So then I guess we could probably put Doozer on about the appropriate points right now.
Okay, so did Sparky want to actually do a roll and see how it turns out?
On
Doozer.
well, I wouldn't know any difference right now.
Well, okay, if Donkey hasn't told you in advance,
Did I get told by Donkey to no, don't do it? Kind of thing, or
Not until after you do it because Donkey will laugh.
yeah. So give Doozer 15 hit points for being +3 or +4 -1 times 5, and then see what you can see how bad it can be.
Oh no! So
I should have
that was
gotten.
purely my saying, not character. When I said "Oh God," I went, yeah. So not in game. That's not an "Oh God" in game because I know that gets me in trouble.
Hey, technically speaking, your god's already involved in the situation, so.
He's not involved in a lot of situations.
So what did you roll? A 1?
22 total medicine.
22 total in medicine. Okay, so you think you're doing everything perfectly until you find that things didn't quite work out the way you imagined. Roll to see how much you would normally heal, and you do that much in damage.
Do you want me to roll it?
Yeah, you go. Yeah, no idea.
That way you can blame me. Oh, only 6. So that's not bad. It was a 1 and a 5. So she takes 6 points of damage, and then we realise, well, and then does Sparky presumably hears Donkey laughing?
Yes, you hear Donkey doing a donkey laugh.
Does Sparky step back and say, actually, those, I'm not going to try those anymore, whether she says they're beyond her, or I'm not feeling well?
In my head, I go, you disapprove? In question mark in my head.
No, Donkey approves of you hurting Doozer completely.
Oh, I gotcha. In my head, I say, and I step back and say, no, I feel a bit tired. I don't think I should be doing this. So, let's yeah. Sorry, Doozer. And I look at the 2 puppies trying to walk away in a peaceful manner away from 2 puppies that eye me off right now. So.
Cordar's happy to stagger up and give it a try.
Do your 1 heal that you can do in an hour.
With his -4 modifier.
I can save you.
He gets +4 instead of +8 now. So.
Hey, as long as you don't get a 1, it's a success. Well, if you don't get a 1, it's a non-event. Yes.
Okay. So it's going to be, yes, it's a critical failure downgraded automatically, or just like or failure. Oops. No, it's only a failure. Which, okay.
Yep, apparently whatever Sparky did makes it too hard for you to do your job as you sweat all over Doozer.
Lucky it's not
Infectious?
Yeah, well, yeah.
It's a disease. All diseases are infectious.
And malaria.
Once you breathe on
I'm going to go in this room. Can I go to a corner and just sit down and just reflect what happened? So.
Well, as you're sitting down, you do hear Donkey laugh at the fact that Doozer may actually have...
except via the mosquito transmitters, it's not infectious person to person.
Are you sure about that?
Blood to blood it is.
Oh yeah, sorry.
But yeah, mosquitoes the normal.
So sweat to blood might be interesting there.
Hey, sometimes any bodily fluid can pass
Yeah,
on
exactly.
to a lot of the diseases.
Potentially.
But not for malaria. Malaria is relatively
Of course,
safe.
septic malaria might be really different.
Well, that's true. That is true.
But it's okay because I've only got malaria. I know swamps.
I know my swamps. Just let me see if we've got any notes from our wayward people. No, we do not.
So yes, I'll just I'm making sure the dogs, the puppies, don't come anywhere near me, and just sit down for a little bit.
Well,
and
you don't have to worry about one of them. It can't move.
that's okay, but it's more just I just injured their master. They're not going to be happy with that, so I'll just sit in the corner and contemplate things. So.
Okay,
Right.
so looks like we might not be seeing from them anytime soon, as they've been away for a while.
Yeah.
So the question is, do we go through the portal or not? I suppose is there.
I'm sure that going through the portal won't cause any major dramas.
Well, I mean, it comes down to the fact that we've got no other way to go.
You don't. It's either stay here and watch Dooza die, or go through the portal.
Dooza's probably going to survive. Quarter will probably die, but
Theoretically, we were successful, and therefore, wherever this is going to take us shouldn't be terminal necessarily, but it may take us to like a stage 2 of the test.
or might take you to another part of the dungeon.
If we give it a slight pause, they'll be back in a moment.
Oh, okay.
We
So
just
then
went from the gym. Okay, cool.
That was why I keep checking.
Yeah.
So yes,
Yeah,
Yeah, sorry, that was
From
me.
Mark.
Echo comes through Marks at the moment because we should probably get him a headset at some point.
Yeah, okay. How about that? Actually, I hadn't noticed it earlier until like the last 5 minutes or so. I think,
Okay, so M, you're back. Woohoo!
Yeah.
Have you heard much of what was happening?
No, we took our headsets off because otherwise Mia, like,
Yeah.
she asks. She's like, I want to say hi to Martin. And
So, quick question for you. What is your character's constitution bonus?
my character's constitution bonus. +4.
Plus 4.
That's what we thought.
Okay, is that with the drained?
I'm drained 2, right?
Well, you should be drained 1
Well,
after
you
the
can
night.
drink one after you wake up in the morning, but yeah, as I say, the +4 would be before the drained.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that means you got back correct amount of hit points,
Yep.
which was 15 points upon rest. And then Sparky tried to heal you and managed to, he didn't quite heal as effectively as he hoped.
So basically he tried to murder me again?
Yep,
Is that
Well,
through good intentions.
from what everyone was watching, it didn't look like he was necessarily holding a pillow over your head, but
But
But I'm sure that suggestion now leaps to mind as someone thought it.
it's the sort of thing that he attempted to heal. Dooza grunted a bit because obviously he's too manly to scream in pain. And then Sparky stepped back and said, I'm too tired, I'm going to try. This is after he'd already effectively brought Cordar back to full health, as full as you can get at the moment.
yeah.
So then Cordar stumbled over and attempted to bandage your wounds as well. But basically just, he's not feeling 100% at the moment. So
And Cordar's at stage 3 of his disease, meaning a next roll could be his character's death.
Oh no.
But on the plus side, I thought that was effectively this roll, so I'm feeling better.
He's got one more roll at least. And if he doesn't do badly, then it's 2 more rolls. Unless he heals.
So,
The
am I correct in saying that we rested?
We did, and I was just looking up the rules. It becomes a 10-hour rest, which each person spends 2 hours on watch.
Wait.
Because in Pathfinder 2, you must sleep for 8 hours to get the benefits of rest.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not no activity, it is literally sleep.
But in that time, Parry also managed to decipher the runes around the archway and work out that as soon as either you or Dooza touch the token that you've got from winning the challenges to the pool of water, in fact I think it was actually you touching the water, holding the token, it activated the portal, but there's no control. The portal is now, it's no longer a wall like a wall of stone between the runic archway. It's now a misty, cloudy portal. But you're saying that we don't know where it goes to, and there's no way of actually controlling where it goes to. It's controlled by the owner of the temple. So, but we just decided that, well, unless someone else can heal Dooza, there's not necessarily much point in hanging around here, and we're as ready as we're going to be getting through the portal. So,
Fair.
now I don't know, does Parry have medicine?
Parry has decent medicine.
So, okay, Parry can at least give one attempt on Dooza to get up there. So if his medicine is decent, might as well take the 10 minutes and try and... We don't necessarily want to wait the hour between each one. But, but yeah, I would suggest that Parry try and patch up Dooza, and then
I will do
we'll go through the portal.
Yeah.
Cordar will lead.
Oh yeah, so what is Parry's Constitution modifier?
Constitution modifier?
Yep.
A whopping 0.
Okay.
I'm assuming it's a minimum of 1 per level.
That's what I'm just going to check.
Yeah, because if you were somebody with a low con, you'd not...
That's right.
Yes, but you start with 0, so it means you're looking at someone to heal you and you don't heal normally. Which sucks.
So I mean, okay, I would still think it would have to be at minimum level, because the obviously even 0 level peasants technically can heal with a low constitution.
You can imagine being a race that gets a minus to con, like -2 or something.
Yeah.
And no wonder they're almost non-existent anymore.
Yeah. I think certainly there's still some that do it, but yeah.
The one that comes to mind is elves.
Yeah, so
Yeah, you don't have to take negatives anymore, which is good.
you can take negatives. Like you like all the races, you can take a 4 to get an extra bonus. So which I'm pretty certain that might be
Okay, so it's a minimum of 1, so he does get 5.
I think I had Corda took a floor in order to get an extra one. Yeah, Corda got a boost in strength, dex, and int.
So that
Floor
puts
in con.
So 35 out of 36 for Parry.
Okay, so yep, and so yeah, so Parry doing a medicine check on Dooza.
Yeah. $29.
29.
So that becomes a critical.
Yep, so 48.
Don't worry, Dooza. Parry will take care of you.
So-
Wink,
so-
wink.
So what Sparky couldn't do in 6 rolls.
Yeah.
Was that lovingly whispered into my ear?
Yeah.
Ugh.
With a kiss on the cheek to go with it.
Am I unconscious or am I?
No, you're conscious.
You're conscious.
Wow.
Despite Sparky's best efforts, you're still conscious.
Yeah, just right. Okay, that's what I was checking. I was like,
Because you got your overnight healing, which is why we want to check your constitution score, which got you extra 15 points before Sparky then put you down again.
Try to stab me again.
Actually, that's not half bad.
What, stabbing Doozer?
No, surprisingly enough, not.
So what was your 48?
25.
25. So that should take Doozer up to 38.
See, Mark, that's the trick. You're apparently gonna talk really dirty.
Look, if you were just here at the time when I rolled, you would understand what happened.
Sweet nothings into your ear. Harry's gonna get beaten. Whatever.
So in 10 minutes of healing, Parry did about 2/3 of the healing that Sparky did on Corner in an hour.
If you don't want to hear it, I won't hear you anymore. I'm sure my patron would understand this. So, yeah.
As you say that, give me a will saving throw.
That's character. Okay, I'm going to say that's character, definitely character. So, okay, I'll roll a will save. Okay. I deserve that. Okay.
Well, to be fair, it's certainly not like Corner would have actually been talking about how much healing gotten or didn't get, because it's not like you really know. So.
18 man. So.
18. Okay, so you do think that your patron is deciding whether or not to make your words law or not. But hey, at this point, it's like, nope, not humorous enough yet. It will give you some more rope to hang yourself with.
It's going to be fun. Yeah, Mark can't do anymore. It's going to be fun. Yeah.
Oh, you can still heal other things besides Doozer.
Yeah, I can understand the Doozer one. I do understand that one, but yeah.
And yes, you were almost at the stage of not being able to heal Corder, except the patron said, oh, maybe not yet.
Which would have sucked the next 24 hours when he has to have the next long rest.
Well, that's right. Or if you were to sit down for 8 hours and actually cure his disease.
Because you can't use that as your rest. That's an extra 8 hours on top of a rest.
Yeah.
Okay. I think we're all keen to go through the portal.
Yep.
So.
Corder's got his shield buckled back on again. Sword ready.
And just so you know, you've actually transported yourself into another dungeon.
We have to go somewhere.
Test Mark 2.
So I'm going to mention to Josh, you should now prepare what is your spells you have prepared for the day, because that will be important.
Yeah, you got your free fresh of spells. So.
What can go wrong?
But they say it is important that you refresh your spells. So.
Yeah.
Yes.
But hey, I mean, it's not like we necessarily know where we are right now, or where we were, because we don't know whether or not we went into a mountain, followed it down, went down the well, bumping on a few pillars on the way down for some people, got stuck through a portal. We don't actually know where that portal took us to, whether we're still on the same island we left.
And depends
now we've gone potentially to some different island.
Yeah.
And depending on how well you can do, you may make it out quickly or find yourself down in a hole.
I vote hole.
I was going to say, I think we all know the conclusion of that statement.
Well, I was hopeful.
Yeah, hopeful for what?
So there are 5 cantrips.
The point is, it's we're going through the portal and it's an exit. Whether the exit has any exits, different question, but the point is, we know we can't get out where we are right now. So we're no worse off if we've gone somewhere with a dead end.
Well, problem is, we've got a very valuable gem that we need to put somewhere, so we can't actually have it. Yeah, it's the way these things generally work, you know.
Oh, right, yes, so you mean in the sense that, yes, the party's temporarily got actually a very valuable item.
Well, yeah, it's a key that just happens to be a very valuable item, and you need to find out where to put the key, and then you don't get to keep the key anymore.
But that'll be the plus side, potentially, if we've gone somewhere completely different.
Yeah.
That key's not useful, so you got to keep the key.
Okay.
Yes.
So did you actually choose your schools as well, Josh?
Yes, I did.
Which school did you end up with?
Would you be ever so shocked that I chose battle magic?
I am not shocked.
What? I was about to say, hang on, I didn't think they were getting school. I thought you were about to say evocation, and I was thinking, what they got into the schools? But obviously, it's a slightly different aspect of schools.
So schools are training institutions?
Yeah.
How many can you pick?
One.
I'm assuming it's where you got to school, effectively.
You either pick a specific school or a generalist, which means you never went through formal training.
Okay.
And each of them gives you different bonuses.
They do.
Assuming battle magic would be in line with like a...
So it means that he gets the curriculum of spells that don't count towards his learnt spells because he automatically gets them.
Yeah.
And he gets an extra cantrip and an extra spell slot that he can use for the curriculum stuff only.
Yeah.
So it's like the other ones, but it's more tailored to a style. And that way they can dump as many schools as they want without actually breaking the game.
Yeah.
Oh, well, if that's the case, that means I get...
That's not bad at all.
But you have to choose from the curriculum for your extra ones.
It is a disadvantage when we're playing an old campaign that was very much based upon the 8 schools of magic.
Yes, the campaign literally is. I'm hoping to get some of the updated stuff soon. Because they are re-releasing Secrets of Magic updated. But that's not due for another 3 months.
Oh, that's right.
And that's going to
at the rate we go, that'll be fine.
So what are your 5 cantrips, and what is and which bonus one do you choose of
3 wounds,
between shield and telekinetic projectile?
Possibly.
It'll be shield.
Okay, so shield is the one you've taken from that. And what are your other 5 cantrips?
They haven't changed. So it'll be caustic blast, light, frostbite, electric arc, and prestidigitation.
Frostbite, electric, arc, and what was the last one? Frostbite?
Prestidigitation.
All stand by.
Okay, so at 3rd level, you get either the choice. First level, you either get Breathe Fire, Force Barrage, or Mystic Armor. Which one of those did you want to select?
I will choose.
Roughest Wizard should have Mystic Armor, shouldn't he?
Force Barrage.
Yes.
Okay, and what 3 spells do you
He would
pick?
explain his plot armor all the time if you had Mystic Armor.
It'll be Ray of Enfeeblement.
I keep running into bit now. All those deadly shit.
Yep.
It'll be Dizzying Colors.
Yep, and the 3rd?
Will be Grim Tendrils.
Okay, so for your 2nd level one, you can choose between Mist, Resist Energy.
I think will be Resist Energy.
And what are your 3 other spells?
My 3 other spells will be Dispel Magic.
That's a 2nd level spell now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Next one?
It'll be Acid Grip.
And your 3rd one?
It'll be a heightened Thunderstrike.
Dispel's gone down to 2nd level. Dex spell's now 3rd.
Okay, at 3rd level you get to choose between Earthbind and Fireball. Which one do you want?
There can be only one.
I was already writing it down. While I was asking. And
Oh my god, what a shock.
I was actually going to pick Mist for the 2nd level, but I thought I'd wait because, hey, what do you pick for your other 2 3rd level spells?
It'll be Vampiric Feast.
Yep.
And I'm just trying to, because with this whole change of school thing, I might be able to go with another one.
Another Vampiric Feast?
Actually, let's go a...
Second fireball.
Yeah, we'll go second fireball just to make things easier. Because I had fireball and vampiric feast already learned before I did all the recalibration of schools and stuff.
All good. Yes, you are now well and prepared to battle it out with the best of them.
Good stuff.
It's always handy to have that list and drop it on as something to keep track of.
Okay, Mr. Frontline.
Mr. Buffest Wizard known to man.
Yes.
Okay, so each of you as each of you step into the water, you can see the portal vibrate.
Oh, we actually go into the water to go through the portal, do we? Okay.
That's why it never activated before, because no one actually stepped in the water.
Yep.
It could have activated without anyone having the key, but no one else stepped into the water. And it's been...
So did the water do the cloudy swirls? Because I thought it was in the wall.
The wall itself swirled,
Right.
and the water was just the medium that allowed the transfer.
Okay, so we don't go through the archway, we actually go into the water.
Well, you step in the water and walk through the archway from the water.
Oh, okay, right. You can't access the archway without getting in the water. Right.
Which means if someone puts electricity in it, hey!
Actually, mine, because I'm just quickly reading up on spells, I will actually take Mist as the second level.
So I did guess correctly.
Yeah, you did. Sorry, I was trying to catch up on spells and stuff with this whole new school and whatnot.
All good. That's why I thought I'd have a quick run through and catch it up with you. So at least now, if you go, what spells did I prepare? I've got them written down as well.
Okay. So do you actually do you wear armour?
No.
And you don't have Mystic Armour as a spell either, like the old equivalent mage armour that was
No.
Right.
Because he's the Buffers Wizard known to man, he needs spells to make him better.
Who needs mage armor when you have plot armor?
Well, I was thinking of the fact that why you actually got plot armour, because you had mage armour up.
Yeah.
He never cast mage armor in this game so far.
Wow.
And every time I've tried to hit him with something, it's always missed. And then it's hit the well-protected fighter. It's like, 1 and a 2 when attacking Josh, or a natural 20 on the person next to him. Okay, so yes, you've as you step through, drifts of dust and small heaps of rubble clutter the room you have appeared in. A long hallway extends off into nowhere, while the other side of the hallway ends in a circular pillar that blocks an entrance to a large room beyond, save for narrow gaps on either side. A blue marble statue of a thin man with a cruel face and long hair fringing a bald pate, his arms outstretched, stands in the middle of the room, still upright despite 1 inch wide gaps that separate the statue into 6 components: a head, 2 arms, 2 legs, and a torso. The plaque on the statue's base bear a single word.
So if Cordar was first through, or whether I don't know whether it has to be Deuce or Parry first through, but Cordar certainly immediately going and checking the apparent exit points.
Okay,
He's
so
looking out for any enemies or things like that. So.
I will give Cordar a perception roll.
I was going to say, you're not going to ask
5
what the
downgraded.
word is on the back.
You'll say you'll be back in a moment as you start walking down the passage away from the pillar, and you just sit walking away, and everyone just notices you're still in the same spot, taking these steps, as you haven't noticed that you haven't left the party. Yeah, and it looks like he's doing the equivalent of a moonwalking spot.
I'll nudge Sparky and sort of tilt my head at Cordar.
And I say it's all part of his own issue at the moment.
And Cordar can hear them, that they're following him the entire way. He's not really scouting.
The important thing, of course, is he hasn't spotted anything of danger, so we're all good.
Follow the scouting rules and get from the road. So, yeah.
Yes, this corridor seems to go forever.
Well, no, he was deliberately not aiming to walk too far. He was just
Well, they followed you, so you can walk as far as you need
Exactly,
to.
it's all good. So, maybe after a while I'll ask them, did anyone check that pillar or the behind the...
Okay, as you turn around to ask him about the pillar's only about 20 feet away.
There's something strange about this corridor.
Everyone's looking at you going.
And not only you haven't moved far, but everyone's staring at you. Sense motive roll.
What do you look at me for? You should be looking around.
And we sense motive corner, or do they got sense motive us?
No, corridor, work out why they're all looking at him. Yeah, where are we? Inside, I'm guessing? No, where are we going?
That's another wisdom-based one.
Yeah, correct.
Is that another downgrade?
No, it's actually a 19 on the die, so I can see I think I've rolled more on that particular one, that one die on the total compared to all the rest of them. But, no, it's actually, I think it still counts perception effectively in this campaign, doesn't
it does too.
So, yeah, so a total of 24.
24, okay. Yeah, they're all sort of looking at you as if you're crazy.
Well, I'm looking at them now. Well, has anyone checked the other places, the other exits?
I look over the corner.
The corridor's clear.
I do a mental health check under medicine. Okay.
Okay. Give me a... I'll do a knowledge check for you.
Sparky's going to attempt to stab Cordar's brain.
What is Sparky's bonus?
Medicine is plus 12.
Okay, so looking over Cordar, yep, he's definitely got some form of insanity going there.
I'm fine.
You think his brain has slightly turned to mush with his rampant disease that he's now got that may have actually been transferred to Duzar while he was trying to treat Duzar.
Or possibly the rampant disease because of his generosity by giving away food.
Which, of course, people ate, which was also potentially covered in the disease.
I look at Willie, exactly, I know, go... I just look at Cordar and then look at Willie, just give him the point that something's not quite right with Cordar. So I say, and I'll just walk past him quietly while I'm looking at something else and go, get road ready.
So I'm not sure if you picked that up, Mark, but all the rations that Cordar handed out to help people with food potentially could have been contaminated because of his disease.
I said burning at the stake was the first option I had in my mind at the time. But yeah. Okay.
So you're thinking the entire group's going to have to check for it?
I got my own food.
Okay.
Including you.
But hey, it's just malaria. Weeks to worry about it.
That's right. Internally, I'm immune. I've got donkey spirit. So.
Donkey doesn't protect. You know that.
Yeah.
Donkey
only
laughs.
the Emperor protects.
Donkey laughs. Donkey doesn't protect.
Donkey makes waffles.
That's right. I do say, look at this. Just remember, I'm going to make you waffles when I see you next in person. So, yeah. In my mind. So.
You weren't
and you, in your mind, you hear if you live long enough.
You weren't happy with the waffles that Cordar lovingly prepared when he put them out.
Only trust cook waffles I cook myself from now on. So, yeah.
But yes, anyway, okay. Apparently that distracted Cordar's investigation of the corridor. Apparently distracted others from doing appropriate investigations of other things having just walked through this portal. From Cordar's perspective, the important thing is we haven't been attacked immediately. Although, actually, by the looks of it, Cordar might be about to be attacked.
Well, you can't trust anyone who thinks you're crazy.
That's right. There'd be crazy people. They think I'm crazy.
Okay, so Duzar and Parry both hear a voice in their mind saying, "Speak my name and enter."
So it's not speak for and enter, it's speak my name.
Say my name!
Say my name, bitch.
What?
Parry says my name.
Parry then gets to make a will saving throw.
Of course he does.
I'll wait for Harry to kill himself first.
is just to clarify, man? Is this like a domination effect?
No, it is a psychic attack.
Perfect. Love it. Yay.
You know, I would have expected that Parry might have known the name of the Rune Lord of Wrath by now.
29.
Okay, so you do feel as if the whatever it is has reached into your brain and sort of dangled its whatever it's using around in there for a little bit until you're paying attention to the statue on the other side of the portal.
Oh, okay.
But it didn't hurt. All that dangling and potting and pulling, and apparently you got plenty to spare.
Lots of room in there.
I do have plenty to spare. Parry one day, his smart assness will come back and really literally bite him in the ass.
And you hear a voice in the back of your head going, "That is today." Apparently it's listening into what you think. You do not
Of
have
course
private
it is.
thoughts.
Parry's
Oh,
never had private
it's
thoughts.
like,
He's made them all very public, much to the detriment of everybody else. What, so did Doomsday come up with the name of the Rune Lord of Wrath?
No, not yet, because I was waiting for
What Parry did?
Harry to fall over. Yeah. Though saying that, does Drew actually remember the name of the Rune Lord of Wrath? Is another question, because I don't.
Okay, make a name up. That's what it is.
It can't be any worse than my name.
listen, I was told to speak my name, so I say my name.
No, that's not it either. What was that?
No. Oh, wrathful one.
I'll name him Orgarth. Orgarth, the god of wrath.
Okay, so I will
Rathy for short.
I will give our rangery person a perception roll before they have to make a will saving throw.
On the bright side,
Yeah.
my next character, specifically coming into the party because he's an expert on Thassilonian history and culture.
Nice.
Having talked to Martin about the fact that, okay, here you go. At level 5, he makes sort of Thassilonian law because he got to get an extra law skill at level 5.
Hold up. You did decide to go find an exit before looking around. Just say. You've left it up to Parry and Doozer.
Well, no, it's left up to Parry and Doozer because you're the ones that have been having the voice in your head. Because you're the ones that are the champions of having fulfilled the...
Well, they're the ones who carried the key.
That's right, you're the ones who got the key, having...
Which is why they couldn't get here until you got back to the table.
Alright. Fair enough.
But the point is that both Doozer and Parry have been in a number of the Lord of Wrath's temples now, and you'd like to think they'd know the name.
So what was your perception roll?
27.
Okay, you do see some writing on the statue in the other room that you can see through the edges of the pillow.
Yeah. That's what's originally described as a statue with a plaque on it with one word. Yeah.
And you can see it has the word Thibidos.
Bibidos.
As you say it, the pillar starts to fall.
Oh, sweet.
Because, of course, from a player perspective, the other aspect was this. Whilst I was saying, hey, you guys potentially know the name of the Rune Lord of Wrath, the fact that this was a blue statue that was clearly not the Rune Lord of Wrath.
Because The Runelord of Brack is female? Yeah, and this was a male statue.
Yeah, guys.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay, the marble floor of this grand chamber on the other side of that is set with a striking design in jade and golden glass. The ceiling rises to a height of 60 feet above the pillar-lined central portion of the room, while a 20-foot high raised balcony surrounds it on 3 sides. A broad set of steps ascend to this overlooking balcony at the end of the hall.
So now Cordo turns around and walks all the way back down the corridor.
The whole 20 feet.
Well, no, the whole half a foot.
Okay. Amusingly, going the other way doesn't get you anywhere.
I noticed. Okay, well, I guess the obviously so from corridor perspective, the corridor ahead is clear. We can now check out the room behind us, and then if that's a dead end, we can go down the corridor.
Sure.
So,
Well, you can see that the room behind you is quite large and extensive. It's basically a temple in its own right. Basically where you'd expect champions of the tests to go.
Yep.
No wonder it was requiring someone to actually have the token.
the key.
Mm.
Okay, well, we will have a closer look into this temple.
Okay, so there is 5 pillars on every side on each side of the walkway heading along. Either side of the pillars is raised area that is how high? 20 foot high, raised each side of the pillars, and there's a set of stairs at the far end heading up into the raised area. So
And the pillar with the plaque on it was at the far end, or
I believe it was not far from where you were.
So I was going to say, because Dude's obviously demonstrated very good eyesight.
2020.
2040, I think. It was the other end of the room, but obviously a bit closer than that. So,
Well, actually, technically, it was supposed to be in the room you were in the hallway, but it was described in such a way that you could see it on the other side of it. So technically, the direction that Corda was supposed to have been walking was where the statue was.
obviously, why I didn't get very far.
Yeah.
Fine.
Not the whole fact that your perception was completely
Absolutely.
distorted. Okay, so yes, the statue was outside, and
Okay.
looking inside, it seems to be the next level of initiation.
But yeah, so yeah, so we're, from the outside of the temple is the only direction we've effectively got to go at the moment.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You could probably attempt to go down the passageway again.
No, but I mean the fact that yes, the statue is blocking that passageway or something.
It is, yes.
So, yeah, okay. So it's a bit tough. We can see there's a passageway behind it, but you can't really go that way yet. So we might as well be exploring the temple. So Cordar will step in and then move around on the left-hand side wall of like. So
So I'm
not walking down the
on
middle.
the right-hand side wall.
It's about 100 feet to the stairs going up.
Yep.
And the area of the pillars is 60 feet wide. Oh, sorry, 30 feet wide. And so it's 30 foot wide, 20 feet up, long 100 feet, with 5 big pillars spread evenly throughout it.
Any pews?
No pews in here. Standing room only,
Fair enough.
or sacrificial room only. Hard to tell.
Decorations on the walls and things like that?
Nothing that seems to be leaping out here.
Okay. So Cordar will be moving along the left-hand wall and looking around with his brilliant vision and eyesight.
Okay, so with your...
when you get to the stairs, we'll work out what's happening from there.
Okay, so as we turn to Sparky and say, "Sir, is Sparky checking for traps?"
Sparky would be checking the traps, yeah.
So that will be
hidden all way, isn't it?
well, it would be 20 to 25 checks.
Yeah, I've got plus 14 on
Are you walking down the middle of the corridor, or are you?
Are you going? Because I don't know if he can passively check for trap.
I'm pretty sure
I think he can.
actually. Like, assuming he's got the Trapfinder rogue feat or rogue talent.
I've got Trap Finder.
I'm pretty certain that you have effectively a passive sense of trap.
So what is your passive detection? Because that will save you from having to roll, and you can then walk ahead and set them all off.
Plus 15.
So plus 15. Okay, so yes, you are the lamb for the slaughter. Go ahead.
Okay.
Walk between all the pillars. I'm sure that will be perfectly safe.
What could go wrong?
Oh, that's good. 16 plus 16 is 32.
Trapfinder, you have an intuitive sense that alerts you to the presence of traps. You're going to plus 1
So Mark, you don't add your passive to the roll. The passive is what you do if you're not rolling.
Yeah.
If you are rolling, it is literally 25 rolls to get across the room.
But it's,
So passive is just 10 plus my rank, or whatever it is, isn't it?
Yeah, 10 plus your bonus, yes.
Yeah, so that's 25 across the, or 26 with the Trap Finder, yeah.
Yeah, so literally the idea is that even if you aren't searching, you get a check to find traps that normally require you to be searching. You still need to meet any other requirements to find the trap, i.e. you need to have the appropriate thievery skill level to discover traps of the different sizes and things like that.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
Which, so in your case, should be up to master traps, I would think. Cause
I get a rank above with Trap Finder, so I've got the Masters, yeah.
I'm not sure, but yeah. So yeah, but it's that you effectively get that automatic check.
Mhm.
So
Okay.
it makes sense.
by making it passive means we don't have to roll.
Exactly, that's right.
Okay, so Sparky walks ahead.
I can looks ahead with the, yeah.
Then is Sparky walking ahead down the middle of the corridor, or on the left-hand wall, or on the right-hand wall?
Sparky probably go down the middle because that's how Sparky rolls.
Okay. Because Cordar went in on the left and Willie went down the right and Sparky goes down the middle. It should be all clear for the people come behind us anyway.
Okay, so Sparky, how lucky do you feel?
Extremely lucky.
Okay, so
lucky.
apparently you were particularly lucky and you made it to the stairs without incident. We turn over to Cordar and say, how lucky does Cordar feel?
Cordar's fine.
Okay, apparently Cordar's belief is going well, and now the person who picked the other side, how lucky does Willie feel?
He's just seen the other two go down. Damn it, there's got to be a third.
Well, I'm keeping pace with Cordar, so I'm thinking... Kinda?
Kinda lucky? Okay, so apparently kinda lucky was just enough.
Excellent.
But there was sweat.
Like, I'm just actually thinking, is it temples where they keep all the gold?
Temple is where they keep their gold and some of their sacrifices.
Mm.
Including those who try to take their gold.
Sometimes they import the sacrifices. Or the sacrifices import themselves.
Yeah, as long as I'm not the sacrifice.
And what about Parry and Duza? How do they stroll down this hallway of death?
With confidence.
Is Perry using this as a like fashion runway now?
Okay, so you see Parry strut his stuff down the stairwell.
Perfect.
He is completely owning the room.
I'm too sexy for my dog.
How does Duza deal with this, as Duza may be suffering from the effects of an amazing charm movement, as Parry does a persuasion roll. We'll make it a performance roll as he's moving down the pathway.
Performance roll for Parry.
Yep.
Perfect.
So he's not only the buffest wizard, he's the most fabulous wizard as well.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nice.
Just remember, don't turn right.
Yeah.
24.
Okay, so yes, he does strut his stuff quite magnificently down the bit. You can see him doing some sort of pattern with his movement as he's walking down. He has no idea he's doing this. He's just being awesome as he walks down.
He's just so natural at it that.
Absolutely awesome.
Yes. He's dodging all the trigger plates.
Yeah.
As you see him do a spin here, a lean there, a sort of leap here.
Duke goes to show him up by walking down on a hand and then ends up hopping with one hand.
Okay, so Druza, apparently the challenge has been laid down. Will you meet this dance challenge?
No.
You feel disapproval from Gorham.
Really? Oh my god.
Challenge was
Gorham,
made.
why?
There's just no pleasing.
Fine, I will meet this challenge and I will buff my way down this corridor.
That is a performance with advantage. Apparently, Gorham thinks you're the weaker of the
You're the
two.
underdog.
Yeah, I'm under. Well, yeah, clearly. Considering my performance is +5 and Perry's is what?
But
like,
you see, what the problem
12?
is, you're trying to do the wrong performance.
well,
What have you got puppies for?
One of them can't walk.
That doesn't matter. It can dance.
One of them is scratching my back, the other one is hobbling behind me, guys. At least I rolled 22.
22. Okay,
Not as
so
good, but still alright.
you see
+5.
you see the fabulous dance of Dooza. Not quite as good as Parry's. And you sort of hear a dildo in the background.
That's right. From Gordon's perspective, it was a draw. He couldn't see eyeballs effectively. Not that he was paying attention.
Some weird people on the video.
And you do hear in the back of your head, better luck next time. But you have actually gained some support from your god by attempting something that you weren't good at.
Well, that's good, I guess.
Well, you almost succeeded in beating the buffest wizard known to man.
I did. What did you
Of course, he didn't
24.
realise it was competition.
I was 24.
On a 15.
I rolled a 17.
Yeah, you need to roll 19 or
I
down.
needed to roll 19 or that.
But hey, you did well.
But either way,
I did.
uh,
I tried
presumably-
anyway.
Cordar and Willie get to the stairs about the same time, because obviously
Mhm.
Willie could be moving a lot faster, but he's been deliberate with keeping pace with Cordar.
And then Sparky arrives because your legs are bigger than Sparky's.
And
Oh, yeah.
so we're at the
Step,
base
yeah.
of the stairs, looking up the stairs. What are we seeing?
You are seeing that it rises up to the next level, 20 feet up. So you'd have to go up the stairs to see what's at the top.
Okay. We couldn't see anything from further back, like there wasn't a platform or things like that.
It was
goes up, and
well,
the
the
roof gets in the way. type
up
stuff.
20 feet. There is a platform, and then it goes up another 40 feet above that to the ceiling.
Exactly. So,
So it's a large room.
Cordar will start going up the stairs
So we'll meet on the stairs and head up side by side.
if you want to.
Sure.
So as you go up the stairs, you realise that the room literally is 60 feet wide. So the 30 feet is the centre part, and it goes out another 15 feet either side
Right.
to make a rather
I
large
never
room.
realised that Koda and Willie were so close.
They are going up side by side,
So,
Yeah. Just
not waiting for
so you
someone to
know.
check the stairs. They are confident in their own skills.
Cordar's fine.
I've had worse.
So the steps arrived at a domed fane with the rune of wrath emblazoned on the marble floor with red marble that is glowing to the light. 12 ivory statues of the same fierce woman wielding a rancho line the curved walls, flanking a pool of water and a single 13th statue made of grey stone. This 13th statue is of a man cowering on his knees, at half the scale of the woman. Fresco scenes of an unspeakable violence desecrate the walls and ceiling, illustrating this place's dedication to the concept of wrath. Further away, 6 slabs of stone seem to be set into indentations in the wall, while a wider alcove opens in the center of the vast room's alcove is into one of the walls, the northern wall, as it says. If you could, with your compasses, you'll know it's north.
Yeah. Does the 13th figure cowering on the ground?
Mm-hmm.
Does it look like the statue that was
The male statue downstairs.
outside the?
It does. Maybe this was the favored servant that displeased its goddess.
But then the question is, why was his name important enough to actually open the access to the temple?
Maybe he's still here.
Hmm?
When you anger a god, well, who knows how long you have to suffer.
He's in servitude as the doorbell.
Yeah.
That's his punishment, is being the doorbell.
Mm-hmm. Yes, he was the doorman.
Yeah, doorman. Yeah,
Literally,
yeah,
he's got to open the door if you actually request we let him. Cordar will take a look around the columns type stuff along with the 13th one. And are all the 12 statues of the Runelords of Wrath in the same pose, or are they different poses?
They are all in the same pose and basically have their range pointed towards the statue cowering.
Okay.
Almost as if they're pronouncing judgment.
Do they look happy? Do
No.
they look unhappy?
They look angry.
They look angry.
Much like most pictures of
Yeah.
the Runelord of Wrath statue.
It was actually something that I was thinking of, the fact that, like, if they had been all in the same pose, like whether they were in the same pose as the statue at the God's Mouth Ossuary, where they had all 13, all
12.
12.
Sorry, it was 7 plus
of
a few
them,
others.
Yeah.
7 plus Pharasma.
Yeah.
Because Pharasma existed before them.
And obviously, yeah, they're in slightly different poses in that kind of way anyway.
And they all look like they're being pronouncing judgment on the cowering figure.
Corda thinking, well, yeah, they're not moving at the moment. He'll do a wander around the outside of the dome to see if he can find any exits or...
So effectively map the whole area.
So besides the alcove with the statues, there are a bunch of other places where it looks like stones are sticking out of the wall in an odd space. For me, they are labelled A to G. There are quite a few of them.
Mm-hmm. Presumably 7.
Can I use my stoneworking dwarf thing and do a perception of the whole place, looking for anything out, and that doesn't look like it fits?
Okay, so they all look as if they have been set up to be triggered in some way.
Mm-hmm. Do there appear to be any differences between the protrusions? Aside from the map labelling them A to G?
Well, one of them is an alcove, whereas the others are all slabs that are sticking out. And the alcove has a completely separate section for it, where all the others are in the same section. So let me read that out for you. A 10-foot wide obelisk of blue-grey stone stands in this alcove. Its face carved with the image of a 6-headed and 6 times decapitated serpent. A short inscription has been carved below the image. The runes glow softly with a pale blue light that flickers and pulsates.
Are we talking like so it's a statue of a headless hydra?
Looks like a headless hydra, but a specific...
But the head's all lying on the ground.
No, not lying. They're still in the air.
Oh, okay. It's in the instant of decapitation.
It's like they were all decapitated at the same time.
And there, still hanging there. So it's not even like they suddenly saw the Medusa just as she was being captured and his head chopped off.
Okay, so Dooza manages to understand what the words mean. It says, within these walls lies a failed patron, betrayed by a student, now a broken beast, faithful only to his own failures, beloved by none who survived his fall. But everyone else just sees... Well, they see Thassilonian.
I was going to say, we recognise the Thassilonian runes.
And you recognise maybe one or two of the runes, because it's not actually symbolising any runes of power or any names you know.
Yeah. But apparently, Dooza just rattled off, read it out loud.
That's up to Dooza if Dooza reads it out loud. That's in Dooza's mind.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Because Dooza actually...
I just see everyone else just like staring at it, do I?
Yep. Though there might be a little bit of vacant eye stare coming from Cordar at this point.
So I say, yeah, Cordar's looking at a lot of things. It doesn't mean he's seeing anything.
Apparently having his mental capacities harmed by the fact he gave people tainted food.
He's fine. Just like Cordar. He's fine.
Is Parry reading it next to Dooza as well, or is Parry off doing something else?
Parry, the buffest wizard known to man, is wherever Parry is meant to be. Like all wizards, he shows up just as he's needed. or when he wants
I heard
to.
my name.
Is Parry needed at this point in time?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Okay, then Parry's there.
Dooza's like, hey, I can read this,
What?
but I don't understand why.
What are you reading?
I point to the ruins.
Thassilonian gobbledygook.
You look at the ruins. You feel a great displeasure because you couldn't even say his name. You were not the one.
Cordar is basically looking at the... He's moved off thinking, yep, okay, it's a headless hydra that's come up in the statue, great. Maybe the 6 protrusions might be related to those heads in some way, so
Okay.
taking a look at the other big species. Not touching, but also looking to see, hang on, do they look like they would push into the wall or not?
There are 2 close by. One that you passed to get to this alcove, because the alcove looked like the most interesting part. So A is the alcove, B and C are the close ones.
Okay.
First is a polished stone slab decorated with a carving of flowers. The next is a polished stone slab is decorated with the carving of skulls. Obviously, they have different fetishes here.
So Cordar will eventually look around at all 6 of them, but I'm happy that other people might be doing something in the meantime.
I'm assuming you're calling them out.
So what does the chosen one say? Dooza.
What does it say, Dooza?
Well, it says that there's someone who's been forsaken.
Okay.
And they only believe in their own. What was it? They only believe in their own.
Would you like me to read it out, and would you like to read it word for word?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll read it word for word if I can.
Okay, so Dooza reads out, within these walls lies a failed patron, betrayed, and as Dooza says betrayed, you hear the grinding of stone, by a student, now just a broken beast, and you hear another grinding of stone from a different location, faithful, and then you hear another grinding of stone from a third location, only to his own failure, beloved, and you hear a fourth grinding of stone, by none who survived his fall, as Dooza has now opened 4 of the doors.
That's bad.
I was going to say, yes. So
Can we see any
are
of
we
these
all
doors
hearing the
from where we
grinding
are?
of stone? Or
Yep.
in fact, the grinding of stone is some of those things being pushed in and out? Or is it
It's
actually
basically that they're falling into the floor, leaving an opening behind.
are these protrusions or are they?
The protrusions
pillars?
actually
Or the
slide into the
statues,
floor.
okay.
They weren't actually push or pull; they were drop.
Okay. Yep.
And
No
so,
wonder Cordo didn't activate it. Didn't look for that sort of thing.
so the two next to Corda that he was looking at have dropped. The
So just as he
one.
called out, yeah, it looks like this one's got skulls, unlike the other flat. Hang on, something
Dropped
happened.
into the floor. I drop into Tiger Style.
And you see a couple of others disappear.
Okay.
You see two that have not.
For the time being, Cordi's looking down the opening that was skulls, presumably, because that was the second one he was looking at. So what was with that? Was the Forsaken, the Fallen one? I'm trying to think who would be flowers, who would be skulls? Because yes, it was Beloved by None was one of them. The original, like the Wrath, the Runelord Wrath, who's been forced.
So Beloved and Beast lowered the ones next to you.
Beloved and Beast. Okay. Flowers and
Faithful lowered the one between the alcove and the stairs. And Betrayed opened one on the other side, almost opposite the pillar, the statue that you're looking at.
Okay. So possibly Cordar's in the right spot to face the beast.
Okay, so you have B, C, D, and G to look at. G looks like it's only an alcove and doesn't go any further.
Okay.
Let's go to G because it's great.
Well, like I say, Cordar will go to the one that he was actually, or looking, at least he's looking at the one that opened there, which I think was the skulls.
And you see what appears to be a skeleton made out of worms coming out of G.
A skeleton made out of worms.
Yep.
Well, that's probably okay. Because hey,
No.
if it was a skeleton made out of bones, Cordar would be worried.
I shall name him Wormy, and he'll be my worm.
Well, if something Cordar's sword starts blazing.
Okay, so I just need to look up a couple of spells for no particular reason.
Yay!
I'm sure they exist in this version of the game.
It's not
Maybe.
Sun,
We don't know.
Or whatever the hell it is, I hope. I'm going to flick a worm onto you. It's eating your brain. No!
Hey. So we're talking Cordar here. What's worse? He'll collect another condition,
Yeah.
another status.
Damn.
Well, you got to collect them all, isn't that the thing?
Absolutely.
Status bingo.
Just trying to find something that actually references what we're doing. Or I'll just look up the previous book, which should be closer. At least this shouldn't require too much translation.
Make the adjustments on the fly.
Yeah. They do it enough that it's easier to just go, I'll do this.
Yeah.
And no, not even in that one either. Okay, so basically it gave the creature Scorching Ray, but no ability to actually throw Scorching Ray. So let me see, is there a wizardy one of doing that? Yeah, he is a wizard.
Scorching Ray was a second level wizard spell, wasn't it?
It was, yes. But apparently it's not available anymore. They always seem close, but the problem with it is it's never quite enough. Okay, I'll just pick something different. I'm sure I could find something quickly under spells.
If you're facing up against quarter, it probably doesn't need spells.
Well, you can figure out your initiative as something's attacking you.
Yep.
Huzzah!
I love how you're just like, just roll initiative while we figure it out.
Let's just roll initiative while I find a new monster for you guys to go.
yeah.
Oh look, it's the Sandpoint Devil. Everyone pushes Doozer forward. There you go.
It's all yours, Doozer.
Did somebody say good things about Patrick?
Yeah.
Pass me those books.
Yeah.
These ones?
Just have a double check.
Now, this has got a
I'm not planting seeds in Martin's brain.
You very much are, but anyway.
Hey, you know I always listen and play it back later.
Yeah.
Hey, disrespect the great donkey, okay?
Donkey.
Hang on, where's my donkey saying? I might go down smooth, but I come out fighting, okay? Shrek forever after, there you go. I've got a whole page of 40 donkey sayings, okay?
Martin, can I use...
You seen the first one?
Yeah, like first three. The body check, I think I saw the first. Maybe the first three.
That one doesn't seem to give anything decent.
I've seen the first three. I think that's it.
Yeah.
That's all I've seen.
I mean, I know there's been others, and I haven't got round to seeing them. Like, I was like, yeah, I enjoyed them, but okay.
Martin, can I use athletics? Because we're not surprised with this, are we?
Well, a thing came down and then this horrific creature stepped out and throws a spell.
Yeah.
So...
And well, but also the thing is that there's a thing coming out of the one that Corda was standing in front of. You've opened 3 other doors.
Yeah.
No one actually checked to find out what's coming out of them.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, in that case, 25 if we're using perception.
So 25 from Doozer.
Perception, isn't it? Sorry?
Unless you can give me a good reason for something else.
No, I wasn't really stealthing, so yeah.
Yeah, it's not a huge amount of attack spells in Wizard anymore.
No, there's not. There really isn't.
It's all saves now, isn't it?
Could you...
There's very minimal
do,
damaging
like
spells. There's a
acid
lot of
blast.
effect
Yeah,
spells,
acid
but
fire
there's not
damage,
many
fire
damaging
damage,
spells.
Again,
Make
but
it an acid grip or whatever the version is.
the other option is to go advanced spells.
No.
I got a 33 on perception in initiative, Martin, sorry.
33?
Yeah.
Okay, I just want to check to see what other things I can throw your way. Okay. Curse of Lost Time.
That could be particularly deadly for Corda at the moment. In the sense that if he technically jumps forward another day.
I'm already making that save. What the...
Final Sacrifice. That's something that the Sandpoint Devil will have to keep in mind. Channel energy to blow up your minion.
To blow up your minion. Sparky constitute minion, so... Yeah.
Is it really bad that I
It's a good way to get
idea,
Doozer.
okay?
Is it really bad that I
Move
just
Sparky
thought
next to him,
Sparky
blow him
would
up.
like...
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm ready to roll another character for everyone.
Suicide bomber.
Is it really bad that when I heard that spell, all I think about is Sparky like
Arabic,
literally holding
you know,
2 sets of
Sandpoint
dynamite
Devil.
right towards Doozer.
Okay, so I am going to drop a spell that he gets off before everyone is ready for him.
Fair enough. So
So he is dropping an Ice Storm. And he is aiming it at Doozer and Parry.
Corda's in front of him with his flaming sword, isn't he?
Well, it will help the Flaming Sword, I am sure. So, you guys both get to make a reflex saving throw as a ice storm forms around the whole section, blocking Corda unless he jumps down 20 feet.
Interesting.
You mean jumps down to attack the thing? Or
You got to jump down, then run back up the stairs and get to him. So he's on literally the other side of that 20
okay.
foot
So
drop.
he wasn't the one that I was looking. He wasn't the one that I looked down. Oh, okay. Right, in that case, caught up. I haven't even noticed him yet. He's too busy looking at the one who's looking down.
It's like waiting for that.
And Sparky was 30 something.
33.
33. 33.
And what was Parry's?
Parry got a mighty 15 rolling a 2.
And what did Willie get?
28 with a 19 on the dice.
And what did Cordar do?
Cordar rolled 5 times better than Parry to get the same 15.
Okay.
Because of what it.
So you rolled 10 and got to 15.
Yep. Because he had the -4 wisdom for giving away food this morning.
Oh.
Okay, so then Dooza and Parry both get to make a reflex saving throw.
31 on the reflex.
A second one?
So first one was perception and then it was reflex. Oh, sorry, initiative and then reflex.
Yeah, the one you called out, 25, I think you got.
But
Yeah, I got 25.
The opponent acted first. He rolled an effective 20 on initiative.
So what was Dooza's initiative then?
25.
Was the same.
Oh, the same. Okay, so that's where I got confused.
It was the same result with 2 different
Numbers.
dice combinations. Sorry for the confusion.
It's all good. I'm just calculating what his DC would be.
12.
Before it's like 20, I don't know.
Well, it is going to be over 20.
Mm.
Okay, so Dooza actually fails the saving throw.
Ouch. On a
That just
25.
That just means you take full hit points rather than half. You'll be fine. Except you're already on half hit points, but don't worry about that.
Yeah.
Just like Cordar, you'll be fine.
There'll be a second condition to that, I'm pretty sure.
It'll probably, yeah, you explode as well.
Probably
Okay, so Dooza initially takes, that is 13 points of bludgeoning damage.
Ouch.
No, sorry, Mum. Because I wasn't here for the healing per se, what is my total damage?
38
taken?
out of 78.
38. Thank you. And then that's what? The 12
took
on top of that?
You've now taken 13 damage.
Oh, 13.
So you're on 25.
Okay. Ouch.
And then there is the cold damage.
Ouch.
So that is another 9 points of damage. And what was Parry's saving throw again?
It was 31.
So Parry now takes half of that. So Parry takes 6 bludgeoning and 4 cold. So he takes 10 damage all up.
Ouch. That's alright.
Does the rest of the party, are they in the area at all?
No, because we had you go one way and Willie was just
I
outside.
was following
You,
you.
then you're with him.
Yeah.
And Sparky was, well, as Sparky does, had been suggested to go look somewhere else.
With Donkey.
Apparently you have a patron saint of laughter with you.
Okay, so I'm assuming Sparky was first up on 33 or 35 initiative. Or was that a surprise action? He actually still won initiative.
He did not win initiative. He rolled a 2.
Okay.
Which means Corda does go before him.
I was about to say, he still goes faster than Corda.
So
Wait, does that mean Parry goes before him too? Yeah.
it does technically mean Parry will go before him too.
I got 15 as well, but I also rolled a 2.
But
I was just checking the numbers again, so... No, actually, he will go before Parry and Corda.
Yep.
Ah.
Well, he is level 8.
Oh, yeah, that'll do it.
And he did toss a 4th level spell.
Oh, yeah, that was it.
So
Lovely.
I'm guessing it's Sparky first up then?
It is Sparky. Apparently you're first up. If you want to reach him, it's going to take you 3 actions to reach him.
3?
Actually, it's going to take you 2 rounds to reach him. Two rounds of full movement. Because I believe you have... Don't you have 20 foot as your base movement?
Yeah, 20, yeah.
Then it will take you quite a while to reach him.
You've got to work your
2
way
rounds.
around or through the effects of the ice storm.
He's actually on the side of the creature for the ice storm.
Okay.
So, to show you guys off a map, that's where the alcove is. That's roughly where he dropped the spell. Corda and Willie are over here. We have Sparky over here, and he came out over here.
Okay, so we're actually we're working out in the middle of the main temple area, the large temple we walk through, not just up in the alcove at the end. Right. Which is why
I thought I'd show you the actual pictures to make it easier for you to see. Okay, so you believe it's going to take you 2 full rounds of running to reach him. What do you do?
I would make a bit of a reminder as a player. Was Sparky actually investigating one of the open door, the things that had just opened?
I believe he was in front of one to make it even.
Yeah, so you may want to look to make sure that there's nothing coming out of that passage.
And on the bright side, he doesn't have to maintain the spell. He can literally cast whatever he wants.
Goody. He'll be happy with that. But yeah, okay.
I'll have a look inside my little, what I was going to look into. Do I see anything in there? Is there one action?
I will give you a... you can see a set of stairs ascending.
Okay, cool.
Of course, it's an important place to go. You must go that way. Give me a will save.
Did you say ascending or descending?
Ascending.
Ascending. It's the way out.
Oh, that's not good. 16.
Yep, this is the way to go.
Okay.
It might take you more than 2 full rounds to get around the ice storm. When you're taking the stairs, you got to take the stairs, come up and come up the other direction.
I took the long way around.
You can spend all 3 actions ascending the stairs.
Well, 2.
Well, 2 actions left. We'll get him part way up.
Okay.
That's literally how big the stairs are.
So Sparky goes up the stairs. Is that the situation?
Would Sparky like to go up the stairs, or does Sparky think there's better things to do?
When you got the feeling that it would be a really good idea to go up the stairs, was that Donkey's suggestion, or did you think that was Donkey's suggestion, or something else?
I'm sure it's just natural intuition from a redhead.
It's what Sparky knows is the truth.
So, personal roll, so above 10 I wouldn't, below 10 I would, and it went below 10, so I'm going up.
Okay, Sparky is going up.
I like to check out new things as my character, so I have to kind of go with it.
How are you going to get over to him? Are you going to do the leap of faith and jump 30 feet of gap?
Well, he could just run straight across the base, seemingly.
What do you have to do to make 30 feet?
Well, technically, because you've got more than 30 feet of movement, you can technically do that on a jump. Would we like to see what
I
the...
believe it was, well, certainly on the previous editions, it was, you did a DC 30 athletics check to jump 30 feet. But I'm wondering why you need to jump.
Well, it would get him across and closer to the guy than going any other way. It would be the quickest way to get to him.
Is there anything stopping him just running straight across?
Yes, there is a 20-foot drop.
Okay.
So, he's over here.
Yep.
20-foot drop. 20-foot rise.
Oh, right, I see. Right. Oh, okay, so yeah, so when we actually...
Went up the stairs.
When we went down the left and right walls, we were actually going down, effectively, a base, like the balcony was directly above us.
The balcony was above you.
We've gone up the stairs to the alcove at the end, and then that there's a balcony running back along the wall we were there. Right, yeah.
And that's where you found one of the doors.
Yeah. So I guess it comes down to the idea of trying to leap 30 feet across.
Long jump is 15 check to make a long jump in the direction you are striding. Have to stride at least 10 feet. Sets you leap a distance equal to your check result, rounded down to the nearest 5 feet. You can't jump further than your land speed. So what is your land speed?
35.
35? Okay, well for 10 feet up, you would fall short.
Yeah, because you use 10 feet of that in the stride to start with.
You would need to have 45 to make the jump.
Well, what you could do would be jump down the 20 feet, run across, and climb up the 20 feet on the other side, or run around the, go back to the alcove again and run back down the other side.
So which do I think would be the faster way of going?
Have you got catfall as a feat?
No.
So therefore, you'd probably take damage from the 20-foot jump, even though it's deliberately jumping down. And as soon as you take damage, you don't land on your feet. So therefore you have to get up. Which take you an action. Then move across. I'm suspecting you got to get off. If you took three moves
So
to go down the edge.
it is 100 feet to reach the end, and it's another 20 feet to get to the top of the stairs. So it's 120 feet to get to the top of the stairs before you even consider going around the other side.
So regardless, it's going to take me 2 rounds to get to him.
It will most likely take you 2 rounds to get to him. Can you don't have slow fall at all?
No.
So it would be 10 damage to drop.
Unless you carefully lowered yourself down and things like that, then you might be able to reduce some of that damage, but obviously it'll take more time. I would think, yes, your fastest would be to actually go round. Or, of course, the other thing to do is, like suggesting to Sparky, we're actually also at an open passageway that's just been opened up and we're investigating. You might want to look down the passageway you're actually at to find whether he's coming up there too.
Do I know that the guy, that thing, the worm creature's there?
Yep, you heard it. It chanted.
Mm-hmm.
It had arcane energy surround it, and then you saw it appear in a swirl over Doozer and Parry and come pelting down on them.
Alright, so use expanding around to have a look down the corridor, because I don't want to...
Or an action. An action.
An action. So rather than sort of run off and leave poor Corder there to deal with whatever the hell...
That's right, I'll cover
out.
both. I'll cover both those entrances, I think, because you're one of the ones and the other ones are next to each other. So. But yeah, take a glance. If you see nothing, start running.
Okay, so you are looking in either. I'll give it as an action. You see 2 stairwells going up.
Okay, well that doesn't interest me much. So I'm going to run off and spend the next 2 actions moving.
Okay, so
70 feet.
70 feet tall. So pretty much halfway to the entrance. Okay, so that brings us to Doozer. What would Doozer like to do?
So this other dude hasn't moved yet, and no one else has turned up?
No one else has turned up yet.
Sorry, because I was finding it really hard to follow along with what everyone was doing.
Oh, that's right. We were a bit confused at this end as to exactly what the layout was that we're dealing with too. So
You're currently in difficult terrain.
Yep.
I'm currently in difficult. Oh,
yeah, because of the ice storm.
I'm in the ice storm.
Yep.
In that case, I use a bonus action. Once per hour, I can use my boots of Elvenkind to ignore difficult terrain when moving along the ground.
Okay. So you ignore the difficult terrain.
I ignore the difficult terrain.
And do you try to run to the stairs?
So
But isn't she actually effectively got Mr. Wormy skeleton in front of her?
Here. Here.
Oh yeah, because she was going to open the alcove. That's right.
Mm.
So is anyone actually in? he cast a spell across the chasm onto their spot. Right. Okay. So no one's actually covering that door yet.
No.
Right.
We'll get there.
So it means you probably
So
actually, when
how
you're running around the
far
edge,
away is he?
you may want to explore to that difficult terrain.
If you can, how far
Yeah.
can you move as a single move?
No, because it's it won't hit the
25
above,
feet, and I
not
also
the
have a
underneath.
climb speed of
No, because
25.
everyone's on the balcony level,
Yes.
and they were in the alcove. Balcony, a bit like
Yeah.
balcony's this level. They were in the alcove in there.
Yeah.
He came out at either down door.
So, literally, you could go down the side of the balcony, go across.
the balcony that you're running for.
Go
here.
across the
You go around to here.
trough and then
So
come
you
up the other
find out
side.
like a 20-foot.
So
Yeah.
trying to get
Sorry.
himself. You can, because you got a climb speed, you can go down one side of the trough, go across the bottom of it and climb up the other side where he is and spend 3 actions getting to him. But how many actions does activating the boots count as an action?
That should be bonus, so...
There are no bonus actions.
Yeah, you get.
Then that would probably be an action then.
Then you can get to just beneath him in the trough. But at least you're out of the storm.
I'm pretty sure it's... I thought it would be... Actually, I'm not totally sure if it's a bonus action or not. Or whether I just, because I'm wearing them, I can utilize that once per hour.
Okay. What is it? Boots of Elvenkind?
Boots of Elvenkind, yeah.
Because it's been a while since you've actually had a chance to use these things.
Yeah, it has
We
been
don't
a
come
very
across
long
difficult
time.
terrain
So
all
I've
that
used them, I think I've used them twice before, and that's it. I'm pretty sure it's it's either in GM Core now. It used to be in the treasures section of the old Core.
Well, I'm looking at the old one now because it's easier to grab that one at this point. Activate as an action.
As an action. Okay. Yeah.
I'm just trying to see, is that a free action or an actual action? I think that may actually be a free action.
Does it have the action symbol on it?
It has a sort of open symbol on it.
If it's unfilled,
Yeah, it's not
so
unfilled.
no cost action.
Dylan, no. And hey, if you had an Outcloak of Elvenkind, you'd also get a speed boost.
Maybe I'll have to invest. Cool. So that is a bonus action then. To do that?
It's not a bonus action; it's a free action.
Yeah, so you can do
free
that without action,
sorry.
without costing anything.
Yes. The issue is there are free actions, reactions, and actions.
That take
Yeah.
1, 2, or 3.
Yeah, I could get to him.
You could literally get to him, but not do anything else.
Kind of ruins my plan, so I might throw you at it. Throw myself at him. No. What I was gonna do was I'll still do my free action to use my boots of Elvenkind to ignore terrain.
Yep.
Yeah, difficult terrain. I'm going to call on Gorum for this battle to give me strength because this shit just keeps happening today apparently. I'm just Mark the guy.
To give you
And
strength
then-
or to give the underdog strength?
Are we, by the sounds of it, we're the underdog. I think I caught, and.
Okay, so you call on.
Anyway.
You call on Gorum. Give me an athletics check
Athletics.
as you feel Gorum respond.
He might let you leap further down.
I didn't say it was a good or a bad response.
That's right.
and Grom smiles upon me with a nat 20.
Okay, so you all watch as Duzar does the run towards the edge of it and manage to make a 30-foot leap and land on the other side with 2 axes drawn.
Nice.
And you find that that was 2 actions, 1 to Hunter's Mark and 1 to leap.
Nice. So I can start wailing on this guy?
You are close enough to wail on him by Gorham's will.
Nice.
See, if you call on him, good things can happen if you're the underdog.
Thank you, Gorom. I will start wailing on this guy.
Hey, he doesn't appreciate thanks. Why that suddenly disappears? Thanks for weakness.
Don't thank me yet, he says.
Yeah. All he's really done is put you in his melee range.
Could you grab me Secrets of Magic?
Yeah. The first
Appropriate for
one,
this region.
33.
You got how much?
33 on the first.
33. Okay, how much damage do you do?
For the first attack.
Yep.
Well, you're only getting 1 attack because you only got 1 less action. Or you're going
But
to twin attack.
You can do twin attack, yes.
I can do twin attack, so that my first axe hits on 33. My second one hits on let me just 27.
Okay, so they do both hit. What is the first one's damage?
The first one, 6 plus 3 plus 5. So that's 14. And the second one is 18.
Okay, he looks like he has been hurt by your double swing.
Mm-hmm.
And he looks like he's taken it personally.
No, I'm sure he has. I'm sure he has.
Considering he opened with an ice storm on you, I don't know if necessarily the idea that you've hit him is something that he should take personally.
Okay,
So probably the fact that I'm cleared a 30-foot, almost possibly like impossible gap.
Well, he takes a step back and drops a chromatic ray on you.
Oh.
Which is another level 4 spell.
Yep.
Wow.
Ouch.
Yep.
Is that a saving throw or is
I'm just checking that out.
Chromatic ray.
Okay, so
on the plus side, you probably don't need to roll a saving throw.
No.
No
On the
saving
negative side, you probably got a critical hit.
Yeah. Zaps you in the face. In the face.
And if it's
I get to
chromatic
practice
ray,
I fall down and get up
might be
again.
the sort of
I
thing
think.
basically you make saving throw because a lot of if you take one of those sort of multicolored type things,
Oh, yeah,
the spectrum type
purple
effects.
ray and you take 40 points of poison.
Yeah, he hits AC 36.
Jesus.
That'd be quick.
Yeah, that's great.
Okay. That's going to be an interesting thing as I now determine what ray hits you.
Possibly something that's important right now. Wounded condition. Do you get that back once on a long rest or all of it on a long rest?
You get back all the wounded from someone doing a heal. It doesn't come back from a long rest.
Okay, right.
So if you just... a successful
does not
heal.
currently have the wounded condition.
No.
Okay.
Because Perry at least healed her.
Yeah.
Okay, so...
Because she's about to have the dying condition. In fact, dying 2 can take for a critical hit.
Okay,
Well,
so you just
that's
take
only one.
60 points of fire damage.
Yeah.
60 points of fire.
Jesus.
Does that exceed my...
Current hit points, yes, but not your maximum. If he
Not my
was to
maximum.
hit you with one of the other ones, he could have dropped 100 on you, which would have been close to taking you out in one go.
Wow.
Ow!
If I had rolled a 3, it was 100 points of damage. He dropped his biggest spell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As you would.
But hey, I get knocked out, but I get up again.
So you're dying 2 momentarily, then you're wounded 2.
Yeah, sorry, wounded 2. Am I... Wait, oh yeah, because I went down, so yeah.
But he also went down for critical,
I
so
went down
therefore
on
it goes 2
yeah,
rather
so
than 1.
wounded 2. And 1 hit point.
Okay, but that was his action as he went, zap.
Hopefully when you went down, you didn't fall off the ledge.
Can I as a free action give him the middle finger?
On the ground.
On the ground, just like, I'm back.
So what you're saying
I'm
is
gonna get cut off
you're
the
back
turn.
and
This
he's
is
got
my
action left. Or maybe that was a 3 action spell.
That was a 2 action spell. He spent 1 action to step away,
Alright,
so he could
okay.
cast it without provoking.
Yep.
He is a wizard.
Yep. Happy with that then.
Okay, so we're now up to the buffest wizard known to man. Can you show him up?
The buffest wizard known to man.
Call the dragon.
Yeah.
That's how one of your new spells do it.
What, drop fireball in?
No, please, no, not that.
Drop fireball directly on top of him. Does that sound like a good idea?
Dangerous.
This ice storm,
Hmm.
I need to get out of it, don't I?
No pressing need to get out. It's just difficult terrain. You might fall over, and you'll only take 4 points of cold damage if you stay in there.
That's right. It's not still pelting down. It's just there's ice all over the floor now.
He's made it difficult terrain,
So
and
I'm just on. I'm on an icy surface. Gotcha. Easy. So if that's the case, then what I am going to throw at our lovely other wizard.
you're having a whiz off.
I'm definitely having a whiz off. I don't know if we can say that, but you know.
Hey, it is the adult game. We're allowed to make up weird words that sound very sus.
I was about to say, it's a Friday night on
My stream is bigger than yours. As I cast Acid Grip at it.
Can you reach 60 feet?
It's 120.
Then yes,
Marvelous.
you can do so. Is that an attack roll or a saving
It is
throw?
a reflex save. Like, all my spells don't have attack rolls.
Unlike Chromatic Ray.
Yes.
Though clearly, when we level up, you need to get that. Because
Well, I have to get to 8.
Oh, the 8!
Sorry. 7.
Okay,
Oh,
so
gross.
he gets 15.
15.
Sorry, yeah, 15.
15. Okay, so that's a fail.
It's not his best
So-
save.
No, that is a wizard.
What's
Okay,
going
yeah.
to happen? How close is he to the
You get
pit?
at least cane, so it'll be at least plus
So
10.
what was that, Josh?
How close is he to the pit?
He is not close to the pit. You'd have to pull him quite a bit.
Because he
Uh,
walked
fi-
up the stairs.
He's 15 feet from the pit.
Oh, he's 15. Damn.
You could move him twice, once each round.
Or, of course, you can pull him back into into Doozer's melee range, at the very least. If you do pull him forward a little bit. It'll
Yeah, I do
it'll save
pull him.
Doozer case.
It's yeah. So in the end, I still do 2d8 acid damage plus 1d6 persistent on him.
Mm-hmm. How much damage do you do?
So the damage is 13, and the persistent is 6. Because M went down, she's at the bottom of the initiative, isn't she?
No, she didn't actually get knocked out.
Okay, well then my 10-foot move of him is bringing him back to Doozer.
Okay, he's now adjacent to Doozer. And Cordar, you're now up. There's a storm that went off. There's magic throwing around. Doozer does a magnificent pirouette over the gap. Obviously, you've taken something that has completely messed with your perception.
Well, I was going to say, if there's anything
You're
Doozer can do,
making up
Cordar
that
can obviously
for
do. So, but the first point was the fact that the opening that suddenly appeared when the skull thing disappeared.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing coming in his direction immediately from there. So it's only the one enemy at the moment. So Cordar is going. Is there a railing on the balcony at all?
There is no railing. It's like the Empire, no safety rails.
Okay, that's a shame. I was thinking.
Die for cover?
No. I was actually looking to jump down, run across, pulling out his whip, spin it up to grab on the balcony so he can climb up the wall on the other side.
Well, there is a Doozer on the other side.
Or there's an enemy to pull down, to whip around and pull down. But either way, it's going to take him more than a round to get across there anyway. So, but yes, he is going to
pull out he doesn't have his bow.
Drop his sword, like put his sword back in the scabbard, jump down, and start running across.
Does he have the short fall?
He's got cat fall, so treat falls is 25 foot.
Not a problem. You drop without a problem.
Yep.
How fast can you move?
25. So yeah, he's not getting all the way.
Okay, so he makes it to the other wall.
Yep. And just trying to work out exactly how long is a whip. So,
as long as it needs to be.
Well, I'm wondering if it would be long enough to try and wrap around the leg up there and try and pull someone down. Because if it is, then you're definitely pulling out the whip and going down that pathway.
Okay.
But that'll be next round action. You can pull the whip out this time, I think.
Okay, Sparky, you make it to the top of the stairs.
Even the sword probably can't an action.
So then I see at the top of the stairs.
Just confirming which room you fell in. Okay, the floor of this long chamber is decorated with an abstract fresco of yellow, orange, and light browns, giving the room an appearance of having been carved out of an artistically rendered mineral ores. Evenly spaced 20 feet apart along the curving hall, a sleek stone sarcophagi, the surfaces carved in images of men and women clad in elegant robes and clutching bastard swords to their bodies, hilt over chest and blade pointing downward towards the feet.
There's a sarcophagus in front of me with anything else in the room that I've seen, or that's about it?
You see the room curve away from your sight. Do you follow the curve?
I want to do a trap check on the sarcophagus first. I'll look up the sarcophagus, yeah.
Okay, looking at the first sarcophagi.
Yeah.
Are we doing National Treasure with Brendan Fraser right now?
There possibly is a possible link to this, yeah.
National Treasure with Brendan Fraser? I think that's conflating too, isn't it? Nicolas Cage was National Treasure.
Yeah.
Brendan Fraser was the Mummy.
Oh, the Mummy. Yeah, that one.
That's okay. We're just going to throw out random names with random movies, and we're sure it will stick somewhere.
Yep.
One of them's got to be right for one part of it.
Brendan Fraser and National Treasure both have things that are useful.
I think it's thievery plus 14 for the trap. Oh, plus 15 actually for the trap trick. Yeah. On the sarcophagus, do I find any traps at all, or do I feel like anything?
I believe it's a perception to notice traps, not a thievery.
Oh, okay. Yeah, its perception is 16 plus 16.
Okay, looking at it, I'll let you roll because you can see how badly it goes.
You're doing this deliberately rather than just relying on your intuition, so...
22.
22. Having a good feel of the sarcophagus, it has no visible seams. It doesn't look like it can actually open.
Design that once you put inside, you're not coming out.
You have a sneaking suspicion that people were not dead when they were put inside.
And they still weren't coming out.
That's bad.
I might check what else is in the... Look at that area that I didn't see before and walk down that area, and that'd be my whole turn.
And you've noticed that as you walk through the area, besides the first one you come across, there are another 3 down the corner, and it continues around another corner.
I know what I want to do, but that's...
Apparently, you see dead things.
What? Well, I see dead things?
Yeah, sarcophagi.
Oh, okay, so... I thought you were getting me excited to attack something. So how many actions is that so far? Is that 3?
That would be all 3 to 1, move up to 1, 2 do a thievery check, and 3 move further.
Yeah, it's okay. I've got some things planned for next time.
Okay, Willie. You've watched a lot of crap go on around you.
As I'm running my monkey ass around the outside. So another 3 moves is 105 feet. So I think I still don't make quite.
Okay, you are about 25 feet short.
Yeah, I didn't think I quite made it.
But hey, your legs are moving furiously and he's not watching you come. He's busily distracted by Dusa with 2 axes swinging in the wind.
Of course. Lose all 1 hit point, so probably not much longer.
I'm just trying to look as fabulous as Parry with my manliness, okay?
I'll get there next round.
As you can watch the glistening sweat glean on Dusa's body. I'm sorry, after the statement I had to continue.
No, I know.
Okay, so the shining Dusa gets to act.
Brilliant.
Sweat, baby, sex detective. What?
With the soundtrack going in the background.
You and me, baby, ain't nothing but mammals, so let's do it like they do on the Discovery Channel.
Man, Harry's, the Potters are pretty, or the Hotters are pretty rich. They got TV.
Yeah.
I did forget to give the 4 cold damage to Parry for standing in the thing, which isn't that much for him.
Yeah, 4 damage is well.
Sounded bad.
Okay, so what does Dusa do? You're adjacent to him. He is your marked foe.
Mm-hmm.
And your axes are both gleaming in the light.
Hack him up.
I start swinging.
Hack his shit up.
Apparently, your axes aren't getting any blood on them whatsoever.
Oh, really?
Big spray of worms.
They're nice and clean.
Billy Mays here for the Shining Axe. Are you sick and tired of your axes getting blood on them? Well, have I got a product for you?
I got an enemy
I
for
got an
you.
axe for you. Let me ask you a question.
So, give me an attack roll.
Oh, stop doing that.
By the way, I can't wait to watch this back and hear how bad my voice is right now.
This sounds a little huskier than normal.
Yeah.
Yeah. The first hit's a 31. The second hit's a 34.
Okay, give me damage.
Give you damage.
Damage me, daddy. I mean, what?
Stop it. Stop it. Wow, I rolled 3 5s and an 8. This is going well. 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 8 plus
23.
10, 33.
33.
So a total of 33.
Total 33.
Okay, so with your double swing of axes, you see them carve right through the rib cage and completely cut this guy into 3 pieces.
Oh, nice.
As he just sort of falls over in the pieces, still staring up at you.
Mm-hmm.
Yay.
Before the worms all catch alight in a sickly black smoke.
Yeah.
Don't worry, that's just the persistent acid damage.
And you hear the scream of someone being sucked down to hell.
Has anyone seen Sparky recently?
Okay, so what does Doozer do with Doozer's other 2 actions?
There wasn't any more enemies as far as we're aware.
Oh, you do see Willie charging towards you.
And Corda, having jumped down and running across from the 20 feet below you.
I would presume that they were coming after the dude.
Depends on how ferocious you're feeling at the moment.
Mm.
Well, and also how much you've been listening to Willie and Sparky when they whisper about Corda.
I know, I'm probably feeling pretty pumped, but not enough to attack party members.
Okay.
You might want to look at the corridor or the staircase that Mr. Wormy Man had just come down or up.
Yeah, I guess I look in the room that he came out of.
Okay, looking where he came out of. Okay, looking inside, you see what appears to be a skeletal hand clutching a bloodstone gemstone. And you know that stone is important.
Because you're the man.
Go up and grab it, yeah.
Well, you just have to reach down because technically there is no room there. There's just basically the slab kept him contained in a 5x5 spot. While he was conscious the entire time.
Ah, no wonder he was fucking pissed off.
Well, so what you've really done is you've pissed off the Runelord of Wrath, whom you're the champion of, by releasing the prisoner that she put in there.
All part of the test. All part of the test.
But hey, Doozer also killed said prisoner.
Yeah, that's right. Released him from his torment.
And you see that Parry's still standing in the cold and Sparky's missing and then Cordar's missing.
Ah, yes, splitting the party. Our number one thing we do here.
You're below the view where they're
Okay,
actually
right,
standing.
yes.
But I knew that they were there because I saw them running across the chasm.
Well, technically you had your back to Cordar.
So yeah, Corda didn't run across the cavern. He jumped down into the central portion and was running across the bottom part. But so you may not have seen Corda, but obviously yes, he's probably calling out, checking to make certain it's okay, having realised that having jumped down, he hasn't really got any way to get back up again.
Do you need a hand there?
Okay, so while you guys are doing that, we're moving over to Sparky.
Cool.
So, Sparky.
Okay. I'm well done with characters and cast. So I'd like to ask one of these
and someone else has come out of the sarcophagus, and it's the new party member.
Well, you always...
So I'm going to go back to the first sarcophagus, Martin.
Yep.
And I'm going to try to see if I can open it somehow. Right, see.
You see, so you want to try to open something that's seamless.
You want to find the
I'm
gap.
gonna
He's carefully checking with his dagger and he's finding the seam, finding the gap.
yeah, that's what I'm going to look at. Try to unseal the sealed.
It occurs to me, in fact, that Corda's jumped down to the central passageway, probably to catch up with Mutant Man again. Because he's still around with us.
Technically, yes.
Yeah.
He's probably standing down at the entryway going,
What the hell are they up to? I couldn't succeed, but these idiots could.
So he's just been watching.
I forgot about my best friend.
And with Sparky trying to get into the sarcophagus, everyone else congratulating Dootha on the win once they figure out where everyone else is at the moment. And then they figure out Sparky's missing as we finish the session with Sparky somewhere else.
That sounds pretty good.
What would Sparky do is the question we'll end this session on.
Just like Corda,
Well,
Sparky's fine.
It's fine.
remember the screams of someone being pulled down to hell?
Yeah,
I
that was.
wasn't joking when it was Sparky.
That was yeah, so it might have been Sparky, but
Okay.
I guess.
Sparky's currently in a war room about how to get rid of Doozer at the moment.
Well, Sparky almost had a really bad day.
Yeah.
But it's okay. Now he'll have an even worse night.
It's okay. I have a new character ready to go. It's all good.
I just want to point out that you guys all missed my joke.
Which one?
She was so proud of it
I
and then
was
so
so proud of it
disappointed.
too, and you all missed it.
Sorry, I may not have heard it.
She when she walked over to Corda and said, "Hey, can you give me a hand?" Or do you need a
Do
hand?
you need a hand?
Oh, right, okay, yes. I did hear it, and no, I did not connect it. Sorry.
Yeah, my head.
As I said, you all missed it.
Yeah.
Perfect.
It's okay. Sparky wouldn't have heard it, but Sparky thought it was lame. So there you go.
Okay, so I'll go to end credits and chat to you after.
Sounds good.